Hey, Dan said it, so it must be true. It's a beautiful night for baseball at Nationals Park, and the Nats need a win badly. It's been a rough go for the last week and a half since they were able to sweep Miami. Juan Soto, Gene Segura, how about those guys? Righty on the left, lefty on the right, and they can flat out hit. Both of them. Flat out hit is exactly what we would like to see the Nationals do starting right now tonight. They have scored 63% of their runs on homers this year, and they're not a big home run hitting team. So they need to get singles and doubles, get the line moving, and get some things going. Runs per game, just over 3.5. Home runs, not that many. They do draw some walks, but the rest of the league drawing a whole lot more. Runners in scoring position, bases loaded. The Nats need to get something going, having lost 6 of their last 7 games. So J-Max slides in. We're going to talk about a little pitching here because it was 2 years apart, 8 years ago and 6 years ago, when you faced John Lester. Yeah. What did he try to do to you, and was he different the second time around?
Well, the veteran pitcher tried to get me out the same way both different times. Hard cutters in, follow up with a changeup away. He got me to be quick with my front side with my hip to get me to reach, and then he would pound me away with changeups. So he's pretty consistent. He works fast. He throws strikes, and look for him to do the same thing here tonight.
You know, you're dating yourself, buddy. 8 years ago, the first time you faced John Lester, and here he is, still doing his thing. It's an interesting matchup tonight. John has done very well career against the Philadelphia Phillies, and Zach Wheeler hasn't done that well against the Nats. Most of that time with the Mets, 6-11 with an ERA of over 4.5. John Lester, we got some more numbers about guys who dominate other teams. This is one of the best records against any opponent at 8-1 with a very low 1.92 ERA. Trey Turner, he's not a leadoff guy tonight. He's going to be number 2 in the lineup behind Andrew Stevenson with Juan Soto behind him. Trey is putting up monster numbers. He's been fantastic for the last couple of weeks. And here we go again. The Nats looking for early offense tonight. Helping to make banking easier. Laying down the chalk lines. There's always tomorrow in baseball. Forget about last night. What a night. Clear skies, 66. That's the spirit. Humidity only 30%. Here come the fighting Phils. 8th in the league in batting average. Runs, 9th in home runs. Rhys Hoskins on a hitting streak of 8 games against the Nats over parts of 2 seasons. Hitting well. Rough start so far to this season, 234. John Lester, 12th career start against the Phillies. 8-1 with a 192, his 3rd start as a Nat. He's ready. We are right on time at 7:05, and here we go. First pitch, Ryan Zimmerman. Backhand pick. Lester covers. Nice start on the defensive side.
Yeah, Zimmerman's ready. It's good to see him back in the lineup, starting. Have that Gold Glove. Move from one corner to the next.
Hey, you better be ready to play on the first pitch of a Major League ball game.
Hey, the ball will always find you as well, you know, especially with the lineup changes today. Look for all the guys who haven't played much. Look for the ball to find them.
Ryan Zimmerman, very slick on that side. So, start number 3. Lefties, nothing doing so far. And here's your righty, Gene Segura, who has been a bit of a thorn over the years for Lester. Not a lot of at-bats. 8. But 4 hits, a homer, and 2 RBIs. So we've had 2 pitches, a ground ball out, and a strike call.
And we love to see Lester working fast. That's his thing. He likes to throw strikes, doesn't shake much, gets the ball and throws it.
And I bet his guys playing behind him like it a lot. Popped up right side. Ryan Zimmerman totally dominating this game so far. Phillies at the plate against the Nats defense. Top 6 in the National League are the Nationals. Jordy Mercer, a natural shortstop. He gets the call at second base tonight. Starlin Castro, as we speak, is going to overlap on the shift. And Ryan Zimmerman, Alex Avila behind the plate. Bryce Harper got the Phillies off to a great start with a first inning homer against Eric Fetty, his fellow Las Vegas guy, last night.
Yeah, that has to be funny. 2 guys from Nevada facing one another. That's bragging rights next offseason.
All right. Bryce at 293. Second in the league in on-base percentage with 426. He has a career homer against Lester in 13 at-bats, 4 hits. They've had some good battles. Bryce has drawn a couple of walks. John has struck him out 7 times.
Yeah, with a veteran like Lester, he's not fazed by anybody. You know, having pitched in the World Series too. Doesn't matter who's in the box, he's looking to get you out.
Working with the veteran Avila, 2-0. Harper and Hoskins, 3 and 4 in this lineup, 15 home runs between them. We'll give you a report on JT Realmuto, by the way, shortly. He's not in the lineup tonight, but he's not hurt enough that he's going to go on the injured list, it appears. 2-1 on the fastball by Lester.
Yeah, Bryce didn't like that call, but well executed fastball down and away from Lester.
Yeah, he throws that fastball 26% of the time. The cutter 44%. The occasional change up and curve. Maybe a few more hooks to left-handed batters. That was a challenge heater. A little cutting action on it. And the count's 2-2.
Yeah, looked to be a little cutter. And this is the only situation here where Lester is really going to work hitters away. Look for him to stay on that same side of the plate against right-handed hitters, working in on their hands. And for Bryce, staying down and away, trying to get him to expand the zone here with 2-2 count and 2 outs.
Stevenson the other way in center. Schwarber a little bit toward the line, and there's the breaking ball outside. Bryce also walks a lot, 21 times, 3rd in the league, and that helps him achieve that lofty on-base percentage. Crowd making some noise early. I think the Nats fans are a little restless. They want to see Harper retired and get this lineup going that Davey put together tonight. And there's a good start to the evening. Harper frozen on 88. So a good play by Zimmerman, a pop-up and a strikeout, and John Lester off to a good start tonight. In the world right now. Here come the Nats. So the lineup changes. Starlin Castro, 3rd best active streak at 9 games in baseball. He's also hit safely 19 of his last 23 National League. The big story, though, at the top, Stevenson, Turner, Soto, and at the bottom, Lester 8th and Jordy Mercer hitting 9th. 21st career start against the Nats for Zach Wheeler. He's 51 and 42 career, coming off a complete game against Milwaukee. And with the fact in mind that he was around the plate a lot that game, Andrew Stevenson hacking.
You said Navy Dave, huh, Bob?
Yes, sir.
You're sitting next to a Navy brat right here.
Where were you born?
Right here in Bethesda.
All right. The other way, 2 hoppers. Gregorius knows he has to be on the move quickly, and he throws out the speedy Stevenson. Phillies' 2nd fewest errors in the league. They've made only 14. Gregorius 6 of those, by the way. Giants with 11. Andrew Knapp gets the start behind the plate. He did catch the complete game of Zach Wheeler last time out. So they have worked well together, but they didn't have to face Trey Turner in that game. Boy, Trey is all over the league stat sheet. 3rd in batting, 3rd in hits, tied for 1st in steals, 10th in OPS, in the top 8 in slugging percentage. Actually, his batting average 2nd highest in the league. And against Wheeler, he just gets really sawed off there. Little line drive right back to the pitcher. A sliver of the bat headed over to the 3rd base dugout. 2 quick outs for Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, that's never a fun thing to happen. Hit him right between the junction of the barrel and the handle, and actually had no idea where the ball went.
Yeah, I think that shard coming off the bat caught his eye going to the left side. That's where he first looked.
Yeah, and it ended up landing by the Phillies on deck circle.
Juan Soto, a homer career against Wheeler, but not great success. 4 for 21. But he does have 14 career homers and 39 batted in against Philadelphia pitching.
Yeah, the thing I love the most about Juan Soto is that how many pitches he sees per at bat. He really works the count well, knows the strike zone, rarely chases out of the zone.
And so Wheeler coming right at him. J-Max 0-2.
Well, this is where Juan is special, his two-strike approach. He chokes up a little bit, spreads out a little bit, and just looks to put the ball in play. Never really tries to do too much in those instances.
Wheeler's been a good Iron Man for the Phillies. He's gone 7 or more 9 times since joining them last year. He's off to a quick start here. Can Soto slow him down? By the way, those 7 innings, 9 times, tied with Yu Darvish for the most in baseball since the start of last season.
Yeah, Juan so far in his career has seen almost 4 pitches per at bat. This year's at 3.98, so he's right on average.
1-2. Tapper, that stays fair. It's a hit. It's coming back fair.
That's fair.
And it was touched by Bohm in fair territory. Juan Soto hits one about 60 feet for a single.
Yeah, definitely a mistake by the young infielder there. You know, you'd like to see that ball roll if you're Zach Wheeler a little bit further down the line to see what it's going to do, because you have no chance of throwing Juan out in this case right here. A little squiggly, little comeback action here. And actually, I remember too, when I played here back in 9 and 10 with our leadoff guys, we would work on that, try to get this ball down the line here, and even, you know, use a little home advantage, if you know what I mean, on circumventing that line to make sure that ball would come back in fair territory. I actually had a leadoff bunt that hit right on the base.
Very nice. Well, that's why you run out every ball, because that thing started foul before it came back.
Right, kids, always run it out. You never know.
It's not that tough to run hard to first 4 times a game. Getting more done from the Home Depot. Ryan Zimmerman. 321. Runners on. Nobody on. Better. Leading off the same with 2 strikes. Great. 3-2. He's just doing it all. Ryan batting .310 overall. 9 career hits, 2 homers against Zach Wheeler. They want to bust him in here. And it's too far off the plate. Home plate umpire, by the way, is the junior member of this crew, Nick Marley. Crew chief Jeff Nelson is over at first. Manny Gonzalez, Laz Diaz, second and third.
Yeah, for Zim, you know, he's seen Zach Wheeler a lot in his career, so this is a pretty comfortable at bat for him.
Yeah, 30 official at bats. And Zimmerman, a flare out to center. Ball trying to get down, but Odubel Herrera will get there in plenty of time. Nats get a 2-out small knock from Juan Soto. Wheeler, Lester looking good. With one of those fireballing relievers, Josh Bell the hitter, and JT Realmuto took one right above the kneecap on that top guard. It's a bruise of a muscle there. Nothing structurally wrong with the knee, we hear. So he's just out of the lineup tonight. And as I mentioned, Andrew Knapp had caught Zach Wheeler last time out anyway.
Right, so that definitely factored into Girardi's decision, probably to give JT a little rest here as well.
And had he played tonight, he would have had a day game off tomorrow, most probably.
Right.
Andrew Knapp has always played well against the Nats. And here is Rhys Hoskins, followed by Alec Bohm and Didi Gregorius, top of the second.
Yeah, those kind of nagging injuries are definitely annoying as the season goes on as well. Be interesting to see how he handles it.
That ball is hooked. Schwarber playing way deep out there. I tell you, man, that was not a sprint. That was a marathon last night. Look at all the Philadelphia pitches. Here they come. Look out. Now here come the Nats offerings. Look at the numbers go up. 370 total pitches in the game. Strike to ball ratio, not very good by anybody, really. 74 foul balls last night.
A lot of souvenirs.
74.
A lot of happy faces left the ballpark, although most of them weren't Nats fans. But whoever got a baseball last night, you were definitely pleased.
Trey Turner had a 14 pitch at bat in the 7th inning, culminating in a walk.
Yeah, we had like 4 or 5 10-plus pitch at bats last night.
We did. And about 75% of those foul balls happened from the 6th inning on. You get these fireballing relievers that come into the game, and guys just trying to stick the bat out and stay alive until they can work with something. Alec Boehm had a great AB for them late in the game. Came in on a double switch to play third base in the 7th. Then he just guided a double to right center against the Nats shift. And that was the first run of that 3-run 8th inning that put it away for the Phils.
Yeah, and you'll see how Lester attacks Boehm here. Hard in, slider, fastball, cutter in, followed by the changeup away. Here's a cutter.
First time in his career Boehm faces Lester.
Well, good thing he didn't ask me for advice, because I think we're about the same height. Can't help you. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, they like this kid a lot. Slumping a bit, that's why he wasn't in the lineup last night. As we mentioned, he did hit .338 last year as a rookie, and second in the Rookie of the Year voting. All right, there it is, up and in. Let's see what comes next.
Change up, down and away.
And if you don't take it the other way as a young hitter, you might roll over a double play ball. That's what the Nats would love.
That's what I would love.
They've turned 26 on the year. Yeah, there was the changeup. Pretty good discipline by the kid, not biting.
Yeah, way to lay off. Now full count. Let's see if Reese is going to be on the move here. But I think Lester's going to pound him in hard on it with the cutter. Oh, never mind. Change of plans.
Pitch up, ball 4.
Yeah, Reese was on the move too.
Yeah, he had a good jump. 2 on, nobody out for Didi Gregorius.
Yeah, I know from a defensive standpoint, though, when you know you have a pitcher who works fast, throws a lot of strikes, you're always on your toes. You're anticipating the ball coming your way. When you got a guy who struggles to throw strike one, sometimes you get lost a little bit, start looking at butterflies, planes flying over your head, listening to the fans in the behind you in the stands, start to get distracted a little bit. But Lester works fast, throws a lot of strikes, keeps his guys ready.
And Lester pulling it way outside. Not much of a sample size between Gregorius and Lester. 5 at-bats, 3 strikeouts, no hits. Castro in the baseline between second and third, about 15 feet off the bag, with Turner shading up the middle.
Good fastball there from John.
Yeah, we talk about 88 or 89, but a guy like this, sneaky fast?
Sneaky fast. I remember when I faced him in 13, he was like 94, 95. But, you know, the more innings you throw, you start to lose some velo. But now he's more of a pitcher. He's more effective. He can know how to locate, get guys off balance. And this is really where the art of pitching comes into play. When you start to lose velo, you can still get outs. This is where pitchers become special.
1-2 now.
Yeah, the toughest thing for me was when you're facing a hard lefty, you know, when John used to run it up there 94, 95, like I said, is that you know they're going to throw that fastball on the inner half. So you have to cheat a little bit. But then you have to also keep in mind to stay honest with the changeup away. So it's, you know, it's a cat and mouse game. You have to try to choose your half of the plate that you want to stay on during your at bat.
Pretty close. Avila tried to hold it for a second, and now 2-2.
Yeah, Didi didn't bite on that one, but good pitch there.
That's Andrew Knapp, who replaces Real Muto this evening.
Yeah, Didi, the masquerader, always wearing that mask.
Big pitch early. Look out, guys. One hop into the Nats dugout. Phillies a rare road win last night. They're 6-11 away from the bank. The Nats are 8-9 at home now. In the division, Phillies 9-10, Nationals 5-8. There's the division. Mets have won 6 straight and make it 7. They beat the Orioles 7-1 this afternoon. That's a big thing about the East. It has stayed bunched up because nobody's pulled away. Mets are making a move. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Late action on the cutter. And for John Lester, strikeout number 2.
Yeah, great pitch from John right here. Good cutter away. He stayed away from Didi for the majority of the bat, and there were 2 strikes. He got him to extend off the plate about 3 inches for the chase. I think Didi at that point was just trying to slap it foul to stay alive, but he couldn't get the bat on it. Good pitch.
Here's Andrew Knapp, 28-year-old switch hitting catcher, Roseville, California, a Phillies second rounder 8 years ago. He's 2 for 11 right-handed, 176 overall. Ground ball, and it gets through, perfectly placed. Dusty Wathan waves the runner home, and the Phillies on top. That was maybe 4 to 6 inches from being a double play ball, but instead the Phillies are on the board.
Yeah, Starlin and Trey both try to make great plays. Ideally, like to try to keep that ball on the infield to prevent the run from scoring. But Knapp did a good job. Just came around this sinker, but had enough topspin to get it through the hole to drive in the run.
Well, it's a familiar story for the Nats. Lack of early offense. And when they don't score first this year, and hopefully tonight this changes, they are 3-15. The Tigers 4-20, Minnesota 2-10. The worst teams in all of baseball when they give up the first run.
Yeah, that's just one of those early season things. Hope that trend doesn't last here for much longer. Let's start tonight.
Here's Odubel Herrera, the number 8 hitter. 1 for 9 career against Lester. He was busy last night. 5 plate appearances, 2 walks, 2 doubles, 2 runs.
Yeah, when you get that kind of production out of the 8-hole, you have to be pleased as a team.
Well, the Nats have their pitcher batting 8th tonight, John Lester.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you got to mix things up. And I like what Davey's doing on our end. Trying to spice it up. A lot of times you get to the ballpark, you check the lineup, you kind of assume that we're going to, you know, stick to the same plan. But Davey wants to see some different faces in some different places and mix it up. I like it a lot.
1-1. And I know you guys, you ball players, are creatures of habit.
Oh, extremely.
But that routine needs to be busted up every once in a while.
Right.
So when you guys come to the ballpark in a day like this and see a totally different lineup, is there a little feeling going around the clubhouse that, hey, we need to get some things going?
Yeah, you know, it goes without saying. Everybody's thinking the same thing. Obviously, Skipper's not happy with what's going on the field. So obviously he's mixing things up. You know, even the pitchers, everybody's aware. You know, when they look at the lineup card, they see what's going on. And, you know, baseball is funny like that. Sometimes it definitely helps.
All right. Second out, pitcher coming up. Bohm to third, Knapp to second. Handled by Jordy Mercer.
Yeah, good cutter away from Lester there. Got Odubel to roll over, tried to pull the outside pitch. Never a good sign.
Zach Wheeler is a right-handed pitcher who bats left-handed. So he's got the elbow guard on, as he should.
Yeah, I've seen that quite a bit. I think Ross Detweiler, former National, is one of those as well.
Yeah, it's kind of rare. 3 for 17 this year, and he's driven in 3 runs. That wasn't a bad hack, but that's a real good first baseman. Zimmerman takes care of it. Phillies turn the 2 singles and a walk into an early run. Neighborhood heroes to support our first responders in the DMV. Show your appreciation for those who serve our community by making a donation today. You can do it right now. nats4good.org/heroes. Maybe he'll reward you with a long ball. Kyle's hit 3 this year. His most recent, Yankee Stadium Sunday. But the 2 before that, lots of fun. Lefty against Arizona, a no-doubter. Into the night, the Nats walked him off. Little shower at home plate. Then another one against Miami. Upper tank right center.
Clutch.
I mean, he got the cooler, he got the bottles. Max punching him in the back. Fun times. Looking forward to a whole lot more. We had time to show you those because Zach Wheeler was the last batter a moment ago. Kyle is 1 for 3 career with a walk against the right-hander. 11 pitches, 9 strikes for Wheeler first inning.
And Kyle also sports 124 career homers.
He can be an all or nothing guy regarding the number of hits, the batting average, and the home runs during his career. But when he hits them, they are something to watch.
Yeah, last night he squared up a lot of baseballs too. I feel like he's starting to heat up.
Well, he saw that one well, spit on the curve that stayed away. I know it's early in the inning, but you want to see. Kyle didn't like that call. Neither did Justin Maxwell from the reaction I saw.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle has a good assessment of the strike zone. He knew that ball was off the plate. Didn't quite bend back on the slider, but generous call by the umpire.
Yeah, Nick Marley let Andrew Knapp influence that one. So it's 1-2. Target away again, and Kyle had to swing. But in this inning, you really need to get somebody on base, at least one guy, so that John Lester bats in the inning and doesn't lead off the third. That strange little element of the pitcher hitting eighth comes up quicker during the early part of a ball game.
Right.
There's a changeup. Actually, I guess they're calling it a curve, but it did nothing. His last 2 curves have looked like changeups with no break at all on them.
Yeah, and that curve looked like it backed up a little bit. Didn't quite bite back towards the plate. But yeah, you'd love to see Kyle get on to lead off the inning.
2-2. And this one out to center. It'll back up Herrera. Castro and Avila now the next 2.
Yeah, Wheeler with the little slider there just got in on the hands of Kyle to force the fly out to Odubel.
Kept his hitting streak alive with a base hit to right center in the 8th inning last night. 9 games and 19 of his last 23 hitting safely.
Yeah, Starlin is very aggressive early in the count. He does not wait around. And it's good for Starlin this early in the season to get going. You know, I know he missed a little bit of time last year, but having his veteran presence in the lineup, you know, almost for an everyday matter right now has been really good. And it also helps having a good quality shortstop who can play other infield position as well.
That ball is well placed. 10-game hitting streak.
Gotta love double-digit hitting streaks.
Yeah, they are rare in today's game. So Castro adds to his .278 batting average. Let's go back, Justin, to talking about swinging early in the count. A power guy like Wheeler, you know he's going to be on the attack. Is it maybe easier to have that approach against him than somebody who's always nibbling and trying to tantalize you with off-speed stuff?
Yeah, when you got a guy who's got a 98, 99 mile per hour fastball, most guys like that are proud of their heater. So they're going to challenge you. They're going to make you try to put the bat on the ball. So Starlin knows that as well. But when you have the guys who nibble, as you mentioned, those are the tough at-bats because they never give in. I remember facing Jamie Moore when he was with the Phillies, and he never, ever would give in.
Yeah.
And then you wonder, as you go back to the dugout, how did you get out by 76?
Slider to Alex Avila for a strike.
Yeah, to me, those are the most frustrating at-bats when you're facing that guy who doesn't have overpowering stuff, but would manage to get out.
Fastball a little away, 97.
Now that was almost the same location as that called strike on Schwarber, different pitch type, but that was definitely a good eye by Alex.
Well, maybe the umpire sees the fastball out there better than something that's sliding or cutting.
Yeah, to me, sometimes umpires assume the breaking ball is going to break, but sometimes they don't always break. The spin's not right out of the hand.
That was in on Alex's hands. So there's John Lester, who's a 106 career hitter, by the way, with 3 home runs.
Ooh, okay. Let's see number 4 tonight. We got the velo forward.
He was one of those guys who started his career and took him forever just to get a hit. And then he started doing much better. 1-2 to Avila. You know what the Phillies are looking for here? See what kind of pitch Wheeler throws. Yeah, he threw the curve hoping to get a grounder. The strikeout brings up Lester with 2 outs and a man aboard. First strikeout for Zach Wheeler, his 50th of the year in right at 49 innings.
Good breaking ball from Wheeler here. You can see that tight forward spin to get that break. And Alex just couldn't foul it off to stay alive. Well, as you mentioned earlier, Bob, Girardi definitely wants this out right now to have Wheeler finish the inning. Or sorry, Lester finish the inning.
Well, Wheeler might have something to do with that too. Opponents coming in hitting only .204 against him. His 118 pitches Thursday in the complete game. The second most in the major leagues this season. Shane Bieber of the Indians threw 119 in his game on April 24th. And in one game against the Giants, Wheeler gave up 3 homers. All of his other games, 6 starts, only 1 home run. So he's been tough to lift it against. Nap inside. Pitch out over the plate, 0-2.
Yeah, he's had a quality start in all but 2 of those.
His last complete game was with the Mets back in 14, prior to having Tommy John surgery.
I had Tommy John surgery. It's common nowadays.
Were you knocking cutoff men off their feet with that fastball from the outfield? More on that a little later. We're going to the top of the 3rd. Wheeler just got his 2nd K. Ambassador to the Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. To learn more about the important role Josh and the community play in D.C., check it all out. Visit natsacademy.org. Got the jersey rocking, the ball cap, the mask. Well done, young man.
And Pokemon mask.
We'll look around the league right now. Brought to you by PNC Bank. The Kansas City Royals, after a really good start, have lost 9 in a row. They were 16-9. It's Michael A. Taylor's new ball club, giving up lots of runs. Shane Bieber, we just mentioned him. He's gone 20 straight games with 8 strikeouts or more, a major league record. Who is Patrick Mazeika? He's a Hatter from Stetson University down in Florida, and had a walk-off RBI for the Mets yesterday. PNC Bank helping to make banking easier. Andrew McCutchen swung at the first pitch of the game, and Ryan Zimmerman made a really nice play to take a hit away on the right side.
Yeah, that's one of those things too. You go up hacking your first AB, then you're in between. You're like, oh, I'll take the first one. Maybe he'll throw me a ball this time.
McCutchen, after a slow start, having a good month of May, came into this ball game hitting .333 in the first 2 weeks. Lester now 31 pitches, 20 strikes. Nats playing McCutchen to pull, but not a shift. Outfield straight away.
Cutter in here. Change it.
Took a little bit off.
Yeah, Alex Deke me. Sometimes teams will change the signs in between innings. I think I mentioned it last night. I was always the worst guy to rely on for picking up the signs from second base. I know some fans don't like it, but it's definitely part of the game.
That ball rocked into left. Looked like he doubled up on the outspeed and off speed. McCutchen was ready for it. Well, at least it's a single. When he was with the Pirates, it was all doubles and homers against the Nats, it seemed.
Yeah, 106, almost 107 miles per hour off the bat. Andrew did not get beat by that cutter in. He was ready for it. Good short compact swing.
A resounding base hit. I can't remember any player from a team outside the East who hurt the Nats more than McCutchen did when he was with the Bucks. Here's Gene Segura, who popped up to Zimmerman first time.
He definitely had some good years. And that's what the Phillies thought they were getting when they signed him.
Yeah, even at this stage of his career. Good bat, good teammate. National League MVP when he hit .317 in 2013. He was a 2020 guy, McCutchen was, with 21 homers, 27 steals. And Gene Segura's had a nice career too. .359 at the start of this game. .285 career hitter in his first 9 big league seasons. Second time around here for Lester. 2-1.
Yeah, and Gene's another guy who likes to swing old hickory bats like our own Juan Soto. They're out of Godlettsville, Tennessee. Never been there before, but I've driven past it.
Castro, Mercer, quick with the exchange. Nats go around the horn to clear the bases. 2 outs for Harper coming in.
Yeah, great changeup by here by Lester to get Segura to roll over, and he kind of stumbled out of the box to give us a chance because Segura's pretty fleet-footed. He's pretty fast, but great turn. Good job by Mercer. You know, pretty much we have 3 shortstops playing on the left side of the infield.
You're right.
We got good hands everywhere.
Ryan Zimmerman played shortstop at Virginia.
Nice. Yep. Before moving over to
but he wants no part of that now. But yeah, that's a good point. Shortstops all over the place. Bryce Harper didn't like the call first time up when Lester got him looking on a breaking ball, ending the first.
Yeah, John had a good sequence against Bryce the last at bat. Let's see if he sticks with the same plan.
I mean, his cutter sometimes looks like a straight slider or a slurve. It's got so much break to it.
Yep, good lateral movement.
So Avila's sitting out there. If Bryce beats him, it's going to have to be the other way. And he almost hit it out of the park. We might have a play at second. No, throws off line. Bryce Harper within about 2 or 3 feet of tucking a line drive over that left field wall right in the corner. So Lester staying away and a good approach by Harper.
Yeah, Bryce actually thought he got him here. Stayed with the cutter away. Bryce stayed on it. Kind of admired it for a moment, thinking he had an opposite field home run. But that's a good patented Bryce Harper swing. But Schwarber made a great play to get that ball in quickly. A little bit more accurate throw. We have him here because he kind of admired it for a moment.
Here's Hoskins, who singled to left first time up. Phillies have 3 hits now. While the double play looks huge. First pitch breaking ball, he really slowed down his bat. 71 miles an hour on the pitch. Schwarber the catch, and thanks to the double play ball, Lester out of the inning, Mercer to lead off. Real life and real business. Visit sandyspringbank.com/real. So we have a matinee tomorrow. Zach Eflin, Patrick Corbin, 1 o'clock. Some unusual starting times at Arizona, and the Nats on to Wrigley Monday. So first road trip was LA to St. Louis. This one's going to be Phoenix to Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know whoever comes up with the schedule, but a lot of times I did a lot of head scratching. I remember going from New York night game, Sunday night game, to San Francisco night game.
Ouch.
I was a zombie. I had no idea what was going on in that game. Exhausted.
Here's Jordy Mercer, bottom of the 3rd. 0 for 5 career against Wheeler. But Jordy's off to a good start as a Net. .333 the batting average. 8 for 24. And that's right off the end of the bat. That indicates that that slider had some late movement. First time through the batting order. The Nationals go 2 for 9. Infield hit Soto. Clean single up the middle, Castro. And now it's Stevenson and Turner, the next two.
Yeah, Wheeler and Knapp, they have good chemistry going so far over the last 2 starts. So hopefully we can break through and get it going. Last night we waited to the 6th inning, so let's do something ahead of time. It'd be nice. Good sharp little slider cutter from Wheeler. I mean, the guy's throwing 98, 99. You have to, you honestly, you really have to respect that. And then he's able to follow up with that nice short little slider. It's a tough at bat, but we can find a way to get through.
Wheeler working quickly. That was a 91 changeup.
Wheeler's a big dude too, so the ball gets on you quickly. He's got that good long reach, good extension towards the plate. Good time call by Stevenson.
Yeah, you don't want these at-bats to go by too quickly when the guy's on the attack. Doubled up on the changeup, 2-2.
Yeah, I always thought it was funny, you know, you step in, pitcher starts to shake. If you get more than 3 shakes, step out, call time, reset.
So 3's the number?
Yeah, for me it was.
Okay.
Otherwise, you know, start to get dead leg in the box. Legs start to get heavy.
Swing and a miss. Little slight piece upstairs at 91. That's a hard slider. Nats Stats brought to you by PenFed Credit Union. Great rates for those in uniform and those who are not, insured by NCUA. So Trey Turner, 3rd in batting average, 2nd in hits. And right down the line.
Yeah, Trey's been great all season long. As we mentioned last night, his swing is great. It stays in the zone a long time. His margin for success is very high with that bat path that he has. But Wheeler doing a really good job keeping us off balance so far. Throwing 3 quality pitches.
Adam Frazier of the Pirates, 43 hits. Tommy Edman of St. Louis, 42. And then Eric Hosmer, Trey Turner, Jesse Winker of the Reds all have 40. The hit men. And I can't say that without noting that the Nats have played fewer games than those ball clubs. They still have 3 games to make up. So some of the hitting stats still have some catching up to do.
Which makes it even more impressive what Trey's doing this early in the season.
1-2. Well, you know he's seeing it well, just not even flinching on that one. So since the start of the 2018 season, Whit Merrifield, the Royals speedster, our nemesis, Freddie Freeman, everybody's nemesis, Charlie Blackmon. Look at the hitters on that list. Batting champions.
And that's the ultimate sign of the consistency. When you can hit year in and year out, making adjustments, how teams are going to try to approach you. The pitchers are studying you, trying to figure out ways to get you out. But you can consistently put the bat on the ball, use your speed. He has tremendous power as well. Plays great defensive shortstop too. He's always on the field, so you have to factor that in as well. Because he's going to play almost every day.
He never takes a day off.
Yeah, those are the types of things that people don't realize. Good take.
Yeah, that's a good 2-2 pitch, and it's a great take. Trey Turner now 3-2. Soto on deck.
Now, being able to produce year in and year out, that is a sign of a consummate pro.
Long hold here by Wheeler, and then he steps off. Oh, he's going to be called out. Different pitch, looked like the same location. And Trey Turner is down on strikes. That's the rookie umpire, Nick Marley, making that call. And that's it for the Nats in the bottom of the third. Nationals baseball brought to you by Toyota RAV4. With reliability and value that fans can count on, go Toyota and let's go places. What an evening at the White House, looking down toward the South Lawn. May 12th, gorgeous in the district tonight. Here we go, top four. Alec Boehm, John Lester, base on balls first time. You might remember the young hitter laid off some close pitches after falling behind in the count and worked a quality walk.
Yeah, he did good at bat last time. John tried to stand him up with the cutter in, tried to get him to change up away. And Baum did a good job laying off those pitches. Now he's in a hitter's count at 2-0. Let's see if he gets over aggressive, being a young guy trying to prove himself.
He's just not biting on anything.
Yeah, he seems to be seeing the ball well. I know early on in my career when I would get those chances to start, you know, you try to take advantage of it.
You want to swing the bat,
yeah,
right?
You want to swing the bat. Nobody, you're not here to take. I remember one time in spring training, I had like 11 walks in the first 5 games, and one of my coaches said, "You're not going to walk your way to the big leagues, kid."
John Lester, 2 strikeouts tonight. 8 in 13 innings so far. He's walked 5.
Good way to battle back here.
Alec Boehm, a product of that good Wichita State baseball program. A lot of big leaguers have come out of there.
The Shockers.
They are the Shockers.
Good basketball program too.
They have been good. They were great back in the old days of the Missouri Valley Conference. He was a finalist for the Golden Spikes Award. Alec Boehm at Wichita State, All-American there.
It's a very prestigious award.
The Heisman of baseball.
So how's it work? You get like a gold casted cleat, right? That's what the, I think that's what the medal, the award is.
How would I know this? That is right in there.
All right, yeah, you're going to call that on Trey. You better call that on Alex Baum.
John Lester, that's a crafty left-handed at bat for the pitcher right there. Nissan on the pitch track.
And that's exactly why John Lester is a tough at bat for right-handers. He can get that cutter in on the hands. You know, I'm not calling that a sinker, StatCast. I'm calling that a cutter. For me, that's moving side to side.
Hey, that's enough of the baseball on the line to get a strike call.
Yeah,
Didi Gregorius is next.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch for me against John Lester. That pitch right there, and you know it's coming. He's gonna feed it. He's gonna feed it in there to you.
John Lester making his 426th big league start tonight. I can't think of anybody whose cutter moves more than John Lester's.
There's only one guy I have in mind, but he's retired.
Who's that?
He was in pinstripes. Mariano Rivera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the only guy.
Well, he took that pitch to the Hall of Fame.
Right.
John Lester, 193 wins, so let's hope in the weeks to come he'll be pitching well and we can look forward to number 200 down the road. 1-2 with 1 out. Target in. He didn't get it inside to the lefty, and Gregorius takes it the other way. Join the Nats fan club. Gain access to pre-sales for tickets, exclusive offers, and the latest news and insider info about your Nats. Nationals.com/fan club.
You know, watching Didi's swings against Lester, he's definitely not comfortable in the box. You can see his right foot's kind of bailing towards first base on every swing he's taken so far. The old lefty-lefty matchup that everybody likes to talk about.
Yeah, when you think the guy's throwing from behind you. Andrew Knapp, the Phillies RBI, he's on deck.
Yeah, you can see with all the swings that Didi has taken so far, like I said, that right foot, when he gets it down, it's kind of going towards first base. So everything on the outer half, he's kind of reaching for. So to me, I don't think if you get well-located pitch, you're going to get a chase away, a reaching swing, weak contact to the left side of the field, or pop up.
Yeah, I'm just looking down Didi's resume here. He has never struck out 100 times in a season. Usually 60, 70, 80, somewhere in that range. 3-2. He'll get the bat on the ball, but pop it up for Starlin Castro. Good battle won by John Lester for the second out.
Yeah, when that front side starts to go, anything try to drive to the opposite field is lacking because you don't have anything behind it. At that point, your arms get away from you. They get extended. You get weak contact.
Well, Andrew Knapp hit a rocket to left for an RBI single first time up. Brought in Hoskins, who had singled leading off the second.
This will be a good 1-2-3 inning for John. We need it after last night.
That was a tractor pull in the ballpark last night, that game.
But the tractors ran out of gas.
Man. And they're not going to find any gas.
Well, the pipeline is back up and running now.
I know, but
Yeah.
it'll take a couple days to catch up. Andrew Knapp knows all about a tough road to the big leagues. His dad, Mike, was drafted by the California Angels when they were called that, and played 11 years in the minor leagues. Went to Cal Berkeley.
Good baseball program out there, out west.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat. Measuring it, Jordy Mercer. Good at going back on a ball. And there's the 1-2-3 for Lester. Here comes Soto. Zimmerman, Schwarber to follow. Nats down a run. Throwing that out there. With the bottom of the 4th coming up. PNC inside the numbers, helping to make banking easier. So Bryce Harper's first year away from the Nats was 19. It was Juan Soto's first full year. So since the start of that season, with Harper having played 25 games more, you can look at the numbers and see that young Mr. Soto has done quite well. And Harper not exactly a slouch over that time either. Bryce had 184 homers, drove in 521 runs in 7 years as a Nat. Tools and technology that help make it simpler to manage your finances. PNC Bank.
So basically, Bob, you're telling us that we are better off with our young Juan Soto, our 22-year-old phenom.
Well, at the moment, from a financial standpoint as well, but he will get paid.
Yeah, I think
and
we
of course,
should start
Bryce,
a dance here.
Bryce cashed in with the 13-year deal with the Phillies.
Right. You should start a dance here called the Soto Shuffle, where the fans get up and start doing a little shuffle when he comes up to the plate. Let's get it trending, people. The Soto Shuffle.
Target in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now we need a choreographer to come up with it. Now, I am not the choreographer that you need for dancing. You can ask my wife. More of a wallflower when it comes to dancing.
One. Well, Juan Soto has gotten himself ahead in the count here.
Yeah, I mean, he does such a good job of seeing the ball well. He hardly chases out of the zone, as I mentioned before, and he commands every at bat. He never looks overpowered, no matter who's on the mound.
And to the right side, Segura came forward to get that second hop. And the bottom of the fourth is underway. Ryan Zimmerman fly ball to center first time, ending the first inning.
Yeah, Zim's got that big, huge bell knob. Now, I tried to swing that bat during my time here at DC. It's one of those things where having a big weight at the bottom of your knob makes your barrel feel lighter. Helps you get a little bit more whip through the zone. I wasn't a big fan of it. I tried it in batting practice. I think the day I used it in BP, I hit 0 BP homers. Not that BP homers matter, but I felt like I couldn't get any juice on the ball.
Right.
But it works for Z-Man.
Well, when he's on time with everything, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, and he got that bat from Adam Dunn during his time here at DC. That's when he made the switch over to that bat.
Yeah, we still remember some of the shots. The big donkey hitting this ballpark. And we say that with all affection. That was his nickname. Look at that swing. Ball tailing. And it's fouled into the corner, but Ryan Zimmerman is just using the ballpark. His double last night right down the right field line.
Yeah, Zim has such a good level swing. Similar to Trey Turner, that bat stays in the zone a long time. Good head down at contact. Big leg kick, gets that strike foot down early. And you can see how he meets that ball with his eyes as he makes contact. Sees the ball very, very, very well.
For about 2 seconds, that ball reminded me of his first career pinch hit home run that he wrapped around the pole in Philadelphia. 1-2 with one out. And that's in there. Ryan knew it. Wasn't looking for that. And he walks away. Zach Wheeler now is fanned. 3 of the last 4 Nats and 4 of the make it 5 of the last 7.
Yeah, Wheeler sporting that big hook, good front overspin on that curveball. You know, it's tough to hit 99 when you can follow it up with those off-speed pitches. So Zim fouled off that slider, almost stayed fair, but Wheeler got him looking with the curveball. Good pitch.
Kyle Schwarber fly ball to center, his first time. And Wheeler staying away.
And similar to Lester, Wheeler works fast. If you blink, the ball's coming.
Well, you like it. Wheeler 30 years of age, Lester 37. Veteran guys who know how to pace a ball game. Quite refreshing, I might add, in today's situation where walks, strikeouts, and guys trying to hit homers. The rule rather than the exception. They want the ball in play. They want quick innings.
Well, keep in mind, too, quick innings, putting the ball in play keeps pitch counts down. I know guys go for strikeouts on occasion, but if you can work in the zone, get guys to put the bat on the ball and get outs that way, you can last longer into games.
Lester's at 59 pitches. Wheeler about to throw his 55th of the night. Ooh, good at bat by Schwarber. For a moment, I thought Nick Marley might raise that right arm, and Kyle's aboard with 2 outs.
Well, when you're getting chirped at from the dugout on that one pitch from Trey, if everybody's yelling at you, then it's a ball. It's definitely a ball. But similar, very similar to that front hip slider that Trey took. And actually, that was the exact same location that he called Trey out on that front hip slider in. A good take from Schwarber to get on base here.
Starlin Castro extending his hitting streak to 10 ball games with a clean single up the middle. They're playing him the exact same way here. with a man aboard in the 4th inning. He was wanting to pull the trigger, and it was under his hands.
Yeah, that pitch right there is going towards his aggressiveness.
And I talked about this last night. I think as the weather continues to warm up and Starlin gets further and further away from that broken wrist, he'll start driving the ball more than he has early in the season.
Yeah, having broken the wrist a time or two myself, that's definitely a thing. As the weather warms up, you know, start to get more blood flow in the area, start to feel warmer. I know for myself, when it gets cold, my wrist starts to crack, make all sorts of noises.
That's a knock.
He's living right.
Nats are 2 for 2 down the third baseline tonight. Soto and now Castro. See, when the weather warms up, that ball's in the seats.
Right, little, you know, excuse me, swing right here, but Starlin out the gate, and then Wheeler knew he had no chance. I wonder if Starlin plays golf like that. There's a nice chip on the green.
Checked up nice. Well, the Phillies can decide what they want to do here. First base isn't open, but there is a base open, and the pitcher's on deck. So Alex Avila, the hitter, Lester waiting. They don't have to give Avila anything to hit here if they so choose, although they would love Lester to lead off the 5th. But this time, there's a man in scoring position. And on the check swing, it's strike 1.
Yeah, likely they will try to get Avila to chase to get himself out here, knowing that they have John in the on-deck circle. This is those instances where, you know, the National League part of the game comes into play.
Yeah, one batter earlier tonight, too.
Exactly, yeah. You have to know that going in as a hitter, knowing in the back of your mind that they're not going to give in. They're not going to give you anything to hit.
And a good take to get things even, 1-1.
And at the same point, too, if you can end the inning here with Alex Avila, then you lead off the next inning with Lester.
Finally got the donut off the bat there. 1-1. He's got a good slider going in the middle of the game here. We're seeing it more than we did first time around.
Yeah, and it's pretty sharp too. And he's going to the slider. When he gets in the bind, he also goes to the big curveball. But here in this situation, he's going to stay with the off-speed pitches to get Alex to chase, get him to try to roll over so he can finish the inning and lead off next half with John Lester.
Good slide to his right by Andrew Knapp.
So this is one of those things too. You know, if I had a crystal ball, if I can go back in time, this is what I would tell myself as the 8th hole hitter or a guy hitting in front of the pitcher. Hey, they're not going to give in here. They're going to get you to chase. Be patient. Look for one pitch in one spot. But now what did I do? Up there hacking, just swinging at everything. Yeah. No plan.
Avila up the middle. Shortstop was there. That ball missed grazing the bag by inches. Nats still scoreless after 4. Phillies have the only run. To join us for the matinee tomorrow. When you head to the ballpark, you might be wondering about all things health, safety, and ticketing. Visit nationals.com/welcome home. Beautiful night, nice crowd. 8,559 last night, and some 105 first pitch action tomorrow with Patrick Corbin. Boy, I'm seeing 70 degrees and sunny tomorrow. Some baseball weather, maybe some hitting weather. So here's Lester, his line. He gets 8, 9, and 1. Herrera, Wheeler, and McCutchen.
This is the one guy who we do not want to get on base. He had a really good game last night. You got to attack him, get him to get out in front and roll over something.
Yeah, got him to roll over a ground ball first time to Jordy Mercer. Trey Turner shaded up the middle, but not a shift, and toes to the grass at third for Castro.
Yeah, Dubel has one of those interesting swings with that big, wide open stance, big, huge leg kick, but he's able to repeat it. You know, during his extended time off, he's come back. He looks pretty good. And similar to Soto, you know, not the power numbers, but he sees a lot of pitches per at bat as well.
Two 1.
Big swing right there.
Yeah, and I noticed as that ball rose up from the field, it kind of disappeared from the arc of the lights and got real dark. So we are probably well into twilight time here.
Entering the twilight zone.
Yep, lights are starting to take effect, but it's twilight time's getting a little later all the time here as we get further into May.
This is hard for me to see the ball during instances like this as well. In the outfield, the ball will kind of camouflage in with the night sky.
2-2. Line drive, base hit. Pretty good approach by the left-handed batter. And Odubel Herrera has 3 hits. And he's been aboard 5 times in this series in 7 plate appearances.
Yeah, good swing by Odubel on this cutter away. Stayed on it, head down. Good line drive swing. Didn't try to do too much. And for most of these big league hitters, if you're watching at home, kids, you can see how at contact they watch the bat hit the ball. You don't really actually see the ball make contact with the bat, but if you can practice that, keeping your head down at contact, you're going to be able to square the ball up well.
Zach Wheeler has 22 career sacrifice bunts. Castro's already a third of the way home from third. And he kind of took a stab at it there.
Would love to see a line drive bunt, double play.
Ryan Zimmerman on the charge from first. One.
Just the hair outside. Now for me, I felt like it was always harder to bunt a breaking ball versus the fastball, because you got that spin, try to anticipate the break of a breaking ball, just try to get it down.
Well, he deadens that one, but then it had reverse English on it. It didn't make a left turn. It came straight back and went foul in front of Alex Avila.
Yeah, home field advantage there. Yeah, this ball had some nice English coming back. Foul.
Checked up nice, as we say on the golf course.
I haven't taken up golf yet.
Don't. Make it nuts.
No, I promised my dad after I'm done dental school I'll take up golf.
Okay.
I don't have time right now.
1-2. That's a good 2-strike bunt. Zimmerman to Mercer. 3-4 on a perfect sacrifice.
Yeah, Willard did a good job getting that down there with 2 strikes, deading the ball well.
Next up, Andrew McCutchen, who, as we mentioned, has had a much better May than April when he hit 169. He's 13 for 38 this month. Already scored more runs this month than all of April. 7, now 8. And in May, he's hit 4 of his 5 home runs. So Kutch, as they call him, is warming things up for the Phils.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too, as an everyday player, you're going to get the opportunities to right the ship. You know, for guys in the game today, for us, you know, like Stevenson, Jordy Mercer, You know, if you don't get off to a good start as a bench player, you feel like the whole rest of the season you're scrambling trying to catch up. But for guys like Kutch, guys like Schwarber, you know, you're going to let it play out and get those ABs to get consistent.
That ball hit the edge of the grass.
Yeah, see, home field advantage.
That was looking like a base hit, and it hit the very tip of the grass and made a left turn.
Great job, grounds crew.
We are seeing some interesting bounces on the infield in this series.
Yeah, anytime it will roll foul for us, we'll take it. Yeah, but as a bench player, you know, it's a very tough thing to do. Every time you get a chance to play, you want to do your best. You know, if it doesn't work out that game, you're wondering, it's going to be the next 2 weeks before I get another AB?
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And also, too, I remember, you know, as a bench player, you sit for a while, and then someone's ace comes to town.
You're in there, big guy.
Hey, you're in there. Hey, go get him, kid.
Yeah.
My best example of that was in the 2014 season with Kansas City. First start of the season after sitting for 10 days. Hey, Chris Sale's pitching for the White Sox. Go get him, kid.
Nice. Healthy hack by McCutchen. Off to the right it goes, 2-2.
Yeah, that is one at bat that's not fun. I remember the first time I faced Chris Sale, he threw me a pitch and I had no idea where it came from. I was like, arms, elbows, knees flying at you. But then when I got to Kansas City, I kind of figured him out. I was like, where's the second baseman playing? And I would stare at the second baseman. And then sure enough, there was a ball coming out the hand from second base.
Interesting. 3-2.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. You called that a strike for us earlier, man. Let's go.
Well, this is a key spot in the ball game. Nats down by a run. Herrera scoring position, 1 out. Segura next, then Harper if it gets that far. And McCutchen dangerous lately. 3-2. Not even close. And for John Lester, his second walk of the night. Oh, by the way, I just got a text message from somebody close to me who said golf drives wives crazy too.
See, now my dad is smart now. He bought my mom golf clubs. So now they play together.
Brilliant, brilliant. Gene Segura's hit the ball on the ground twice tonight. Last time right at Castro. The Nats turned a key double play in the 3rd inning. Right before Harper doubled. And he grounded to Zimmerman on a hot shot opposite side 1st inning. Actually, he popped up to Zimmerman. That was McCutchen's ground ball. That was a hot shot to Ryan. And the count's even, 1-1.
It'll be nice for John to get into that 6th inning. For his first 2 starts, he only lasted 5. I know he's on a limited pitch count too. It's the first time out against the Marlins.
Yeah, and he's at 76 here. 17 pitches already this inning, and he's due to lead off in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody throwing in the bullpen. Guys just moving around a little bit. Looks like he's trying everything in the arsenal here.
Yeah, you'd like to see him get stretched out, get some more pitches under his belt, get that stamina going as we progress into the summer.
Harper has struggled against lefties this season. We'll worry about that in a minute. Right now it's 2-1 to a good contact man, Gene Segura.
I'll take another 5-4-3 double play.
That's what Lester's doing with the off speed, trying to keep it down. It's a fly ball to left, not deep. Schwarber there. Runners went back to tag, but too far in for Schwarber. Bryce Harper, not good the first time. Second time, real good against Lester.
Yeah, John's been attacking Bryce away. During the first at bat, he showed him everything away. And then when we got to the 3-2 count, that's when John stood him up with the front hip cutter right here. And then Bryce going into the next at bat knowing that John is going to stay away. Stayed on this sinker away. It drove it off the wall, and Schwarber made a really good play.
Yeah, that was less than a foot from being out of the ballpark.
Yeah, into those flowers. Are the flowers bloomed over there yet?
I don't know, but he would have taken a couple out. First and second, 2 outs. Throughout his career, Bryce has had a very good on-base percentage plus slugging against lefties at .825. Fourth among active left-handed batters to Joey Votto, Charlie Blackmon, and Cody Bellinger. But this year, coming into this game at least, hitting .217 against lefties. Then he's 1 for 2 against John Lester.
Yeah, as he's starting to mature, he's starting to command the zone a little bit more. I know early on there was a lot of comparison between Bryce and Barry Bonds being both left-handed hitters. Well, Bryce is starting to take his walks now, whereas before early on he was very aggressive. But now he's starting to realize that, hey, it's okay if they don't give in. Trust your teammates behind you, take a walk.
Yeah, Juan Soto likes that philosophy. I mean, he wants to swing the bat, but the great ones will take what the game gives them. And that was a lefty-to-lefty changeup, which you never used to see, but now we see it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it too last night with the righty-righty changeup. It's one of those things where you're not anticipating it, but it's actually a tough pitch to hit. And traditionally, they say the lefty-lefty changeup's not good because it's going to fall right into the swing path. But if you've got a guy way out in front, you're going to get weak contact or even swing and misses.
Harper reaching out, and he's got a base hit. They're waving the runner. Schwarber's throw coming home on target, and it's not even close at the plate. Kyle Schwarber throws out Odubel Herrera to keep it a 1-run game.
Great play by Schwartz. Good strong throw to get the speedy Odubel Herrera, and great tag by Avila. No doubt. Get the speedy Odubel Herrera. And look, folks, Schwarber was not traditionally a left fielder. He learned how to play left field in Chicago. So this is good footwork. Got rid of the ball quick. Good strong throw. And Odubel tried to get around it, but great job by Avila being aggressive with the tag. And you know, Lester definitely likes to see that.
Well, that's a huge play in this game. John Lester leads off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No action in the bullpen. He's thrown 81 pitches. Hey, everybody did everything right on that play. It was a good at bat for Bryce Harper. Schwarber was great in left. Dusty Wathan was sending the runner Herrera. And then at the tail end of it, the catcher did his job. That was a beautiful big league play all the way around.
And picture perfect, and John Lester was back behind the plate backing up. That's the stuff that sometimes kids don't see. After you throw a pitch, you got somewhere to be if there's runners on.
Nick Maton at short. Don't know if something happened to Didi Gregorius recently, but something just happened to John Lester.
Nice.
His first hit as a Washington National.
See, we don't need a pinch hitter here.
He's now 1 for 5 on the year.
Love to see it. That's a nice swing right here. Fastball sinking down and away against a tough pitcher. Head down on it. Good line drive, level swing. And see how he follows the ball into left field as he makes contact. It's a beautiful swing right there from John Lester.
John Lester's first year in the big leagues was 2006. He did not have a hit until 2015 when he had 4 for the Cubs.
Wow.
So he figured it out a little bit late, had 6 hits the year after that.
Yeah, better late than never.
And there's a check swing, and that was a little dangerous in on the hands of Jordy Mercer right there.
Yeah, sometimes it takes guys a while to get comfortable in the box. But
and of course, you know, he was only getting 4 or 5 at bats a year.
Right, in the American League.
In the American League.
Right.
But he got a chance to swing the bat with the Cubs a little bit, and that was kind of a fun deal for him.
And you know, being in an American League club too, you're not taking batting practice. You're not doing those spring training bunts that you see the National League clubs doing. But that was a beautiful swing. I always wondered why does a left-handed swing look more beautiful in comparison to a right-handed swing? It's just something about it. Even the golf swing.
Yeah, I know why.
Why?
The grass is always greener on the other side of home plate. So us righties, it just looks so smooth. I remember watching Will Clark late in his career.
The thrill.
Yeah.
So now Nick Marley now has not been calling that pitch in off the plate to righties or down and away to lefties now. People are chirping at him for it. Now he's starting to do a good job.
2-1. Target away. And a little long look in there by Zach Wheeler. I think he thought it might have come back to get the edge, but it's 3-1.
Now,
so maybe the Nats, starving for runs, get something going here with the guys at the bottom of the order.
yeah, pitchers want every single pitch to be called the strike, but that was definitely out. The last two pitches were close, but not strikes.
And Mercer out ahead of that one. That'll fill up the count.
Yeah, but this is where it'd be nice for us to get going. Get the leadoff guy on. Top of the lineup's coming.
What's third?
That ball scorched, but it's right at Odubel Herrera. John Lester and Jordy Mercer, great swings here in the fifth.
Yeah, Wheeler attacked Mercer the whole at bat with fastballs. 96, 97. And that one hit right on the button, but just unlucky.
Well, Andrew Stevenson getting a start tonight. Many times he's at his best when he appears late in the game, pinch hitting or playing some defense. Getting a chance for 3 to 4 ABs tonight. He has grounded out and struck out.
Yeah, Nick Marley's starting to get that hitter strike zone right now, making Wheeler throw the ball inside that box. Now I know some fans are making a call for an automated strike zone, but I'm one of the believers that, you know, regardless of whether they get the call right, there always has to be a human element to umpiring. It's just part of the base. It's part of the game, part of baseball.
I would imagine most side with you on that one. Stevenson lays one down. Ball checks up. That's a base hit. Andrew Stevenson laying one down and then speeding to first.
And he's showing everybody why he is in the big leagues. That is next level speed right there. When you can lay down a bunt and be called safe, when everybody knows that you have that in your back pocket, you are lightning fast.
Well, this is a big inning possibility now.
Now the baseball is doing all sorts of crazy stuff for us in that grass. And no doubt about it, he is safe hitting that front edge of the bag.
Yeah, Randy Norm made the call too.
He made it before the umpire made it.
Trey Turner and Juan Soto, the next two hitters. Trey, a liner to the pitcher and a called third strike. So Wheeler, third time around the order now, and Trey in there hacking.
Well, this is where we really start to do damage during this early going into the season, late in the game. So I think tomorrow we should start, instead of saying it's the first inning, we're going to say it's the fifth inning and start that way. See if our hitters can turn it on early.
1-1. By the way, one of our Twitter fans reminding me of the sweet swing we used to have around this ballpark. A guy named Adam LaRoche.
Yes, Roche.
He had one of the sweetest bringing the bat through the zone swings you'll ever see. Effortless at times. They're pounding Turner inside, and they thought they might get John Lester wandering a little far. You know, pitchers know they got to get a good lead so they can advance on the bases with guys behind him, but he stayed home enough.
Yeah, they figured John hasn't been on base yet this season. Let's catch him sleeping. And it's one of those things, too, where Segura's looking at Knapp, and he might pull on his jersey. He might give him a little glove signal for that throw down. But just trying to steal one there. But good job by John being heads up, sliding back safely.
So he gets a call on the other side of the plate, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a perfect pitcher's pitch right there. Not much you can do with that one.
Well, the bottom line is there. First, second, or third time, Zach Wheeler's still tough to hit. Some of those numbers really went down because of his complete game last time against Milwaukee. The second of his career, both shutouts. Trey Turner takes a fastball right in there, and he walks away without a word. Strikeout number 6 for Zach Wheeler.
To me, it looked like Trey was looking for something else here, but well located fastball down and away. Pitcher's pitch. Nothing really much you can do with that, but trying to foul it off. But here comes that Soto shuffle that we all love to see. But this is exactly why Davey shifted around the lineup today. You got runners on for your 2 of your best hitters in your lineup with a chance to do damage. Now it's just time to cash in.
First pitch slider up in the zone.
Good take on the changeup away. Look for Wheeler to go back to the slider here.
And the count, as a rule, doesn't bother Juan Soto, whether it's no strikes 1 or 2. The 1-1 coming. Yep, slider up, foul tip.
Now see, Bob, being in the booth now, I always guess right. As a player, I guess wrong.
Well,
so
hey,
many, Doug.
I've had big leaguers tell me the game sure looks easy from up here.
Extremely easy.
And I think all of us as broadcasters and fans on TV need to remember it is not at all easy. The speed of the game just doesn't come through from up here. 1-2 to Soto. Target away.
See, that's that pitch right there that he was calling early.
Yeah, you nailed it earlier in the inning.
Everybody let him know that that's not a strike. He's adjusting. He's calling it correctly. But the best part about it too, as you watch Juan Soto, he's got 2 strikes on him, big spot, spreads out, chokes up, doesn't try to do too much.
Now a step off by Wheeler. Well, sometimes defining moment in the ball game arrives as early as the 5th inning. A lot of baseball to be played tonight, but this is big for a team looking to get on the board.
Nice, good piece of hitting there. That's why you choke up and spread out with 2 strikes. If he took that same 0-0 swing, he may swing and miss through that pitch. But being choked up, having that 2-strike approach, he's able to get the bat on the ball, give himself a chance for another pitch. Seems as Juan is in Zach Wheeler's head right now.
Soto, high fly ball twisting on a play.
Yeah, too close to take there. Good job.
Nats have done a good job of building up Wheeler's pitch count. Schwarber's walk in the fourth, and then the Castro base hit added a bunch of pitches to his total. And now he's working a long fifth inning. That started with 62 pitches.
Yep, as you start to work a guy, they start to get a little bit tired, and they're not as fine. So they start to miss out over the middle of the plate.
Well, he didn't that time. Kept the slider away from Juan Soto. All the strikes he got in that at bat were on the slider to the Nats' young star. Still 1-0 to the sixth we go. Veteran pitchers performing as advertised, almost matching each other pitch for pitch. Big play in the ball game right now happened the last time the Phillies were batting. Let's have a look at some StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Justin on the Harper base hit and the Schwarber bullet home.
Yeah, I think Davey Martinez has found his first option if we ever need a position player to pitch, and Kyle Schwarber with 91 out of the hand. I mean, great throw, excellent footwork, and so far a big spot in that game, in this game, to keep us only at down 1 run.
And Dan, we didn't exactly hear Gold Glove things about Kyle Schwarber's defense before he became a Nat or as he became a Nat. I don't know about you, but he has really pleasantly surprised in left field.
And Mike Rizzo and Davey Martinez, when they signed Kyle Schwarber, Bob, told me that they feel this guy is much better out there than he got credit for league-wide. Justin mentions that he wasn't drafted as an outfielder. He used to be a catcher, for fans who might not be aware. His outfield instructor when he was in Chicago making that transition to the outfield was Davey Martinez, then the Cubs bench coach who worked with him hours upon hours out there. Kyle telling me that the big thing that they worked on was footwork, and Justin mentioned it when looking over the tape of that play. He got his feet under him and really drove into that throw. And guys, Kyle has gotten a lot of offensive support for John Lester over the years. They've joked about it. They're good friends. Now he's helping him out in the defensive side of the component as well.
Yeah, some ex-Chicago karma here with the skipper, the starter, and the left fielder. Here we go, top six. Rhys Hoskins now.
Well, that's just Davey Martinez trusting his work that he placed into Kyle Schwarber to make him the good outfielder that
And you know what
become.
that means? Listen to your coaches. They might be your manager someday.
Right, you never know.
A teammate might be your manager someday.
Yeah, to what Dan was saying about footwork, I mean, for outfielding, it doesn't take the fungo and a bunch of fly balls off the bat to become a great outfielder. Sometimes all the coach needs is just 2 baseballs and just working on footwork. It's almost like you're a cornerback working on your drop step, trying to cover a wide receiver in the NFL. Those kind of drills go miles when it comes to becoming a great outfielder.
Well, 2 balls, 1 strike here. Hoskins, Bohm, and Maton. I've had numerous baseball people tell me over the years, defense is the one side of the ball where you can be as good as you want to be if you put in the work.
Exactly.
You know, hitting, it's tough. It comes and goes.
Right.
Defense, it's something you can do every day.
Right. And I had my college coach, a guy by the name of Terry Rupp, told me during my freshman year at the University of Maryland, he said defense never slumps.
Yeah. Well, John Lester may be starting to tire a little bit, and it sounds like looks like the phone just went off in the bullpen. They are scrambling out there. So here's the Philly box score. Bryce Harper, another good night, but hasn't figured in the scoring. Hoskins a single, Bohm a walk, 1 out later. Andrew Knapp base hit in the second. The difference in this game. Here's Bohm, who has walked and struck out. But there's some urgency in the bullpen. First pitch cutting. Well, he's becoming everyday Clay. Sam warming up again. Appeared in the 6th inning last night. Nats have Wander Suero in the bullpen. He is back today. Pablo Espino, hats off to him. Pitched a couple of scoreless innings last night. And he's been replaced on the roster by the master of the cutter, Suero, who is available to pitch tonight.
Yeah,
there's
nice
Nick Maton, who's on deck.
Be nice for John to get this quality start tonight. Get through 6.
Pretty big swing by Alec Bohm. Every time I look at him, he reminds me of a guy who wore that number, who was tall and rangy early in his career, and of course played for the Phillies and became a Nat. Our buddy J-Dub.
J-Dub, Jason Marth. I wish I had his facial hair.
1-2. Now time for a word from the Home Depot.
Scan the field and read the product review. Check inventory status and place your order easily in the Home Depot app.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Runner at first. Nobody out, top 6. Every 90 feet in this game crucial. And John Lester looked down at his landing area after that changeup went way outside.
John's looking to get that double play right here.
A key one back in the 3rd was huge. In between hits by McCutchen and Harper. Swing and a miss. He kind of fooled the rookie or the 2nd-year guy in his first full big league season with that changeup. And for John Lester, his 4th K of the night. Bohm twice. Let's have a look at our Hyundai Exmo, because the longer you look at a new Hyundai, the more there is to like. See your local dealer.
Yeah, you can hear Bohm's frustration missing that elevated changeup.
Yeah, that's true. It was up a bit.
John got away with one here.
Here's Nick Maton, a 24-year-old shortstop from Chatham, Illinois. Chatham, 7th rounder by the Phillies 4 years ago out of Eastern Illinois University. Aha.
What's that?
From Jason Worth's neighborhood, actually.
In Illinois?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Jason, Springfield area.
Okay. Chatham, Illinois.
Yeah, I thought there was something similar here. Same high school, Glenwood High School in Chatham. Low and away, 2 balls, 1 strike.
The pride of Glenwood High.
Well, John Lester, you can't say the Nats aren't stretching him out tonight. Plus 15, first start to 2nd, 10 more tonight. And a veteran guy like this, always 1 pitch away from being out of the inning. Castro in close, 3rd base side. High fly ball over his head out to Schwarber, who drifts into foul ground to make the grab. Getting to know the ballpark better and better every night. 2 down.
And good job by getting in very quickly too, because Hoskins tagged on this ball. Kind of did a false break halfway down to second base before checking up. Sometimes it's tough in these little areas as you get close to the fans. I know the netting will protect you, but in the back of your mind as an outfielder, you're worried about running in and crashing into the ball and banging your knee. But boom, he got it in quickly. Good play.
Andrew Knapp now. 1 for 2 of the RBI single back in the second. Popped up to second in the fourth. Runner going. And this one out to Schwarber, who's playing about 130 feet off the left field line, and he puts it away. Well, more than quality from John Lester tonight. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 run in 6 innings. So here comes Ryan Zimmerman leading off our Geico do-ups. Then Schwarber, who's had an impact on this game, and Starlin Castro, who's 2 for 2. T-Mobile coverage cam. Former teammates back together again. What a night for John Lester. What a night for Kyle Schwarber, who wants to get something done with the bat.
Yeah, John was probably saying, see, Kyle, I told you to be ready. Ball's coming your way.
And Schwarber said, yeah, I bailed you out again, didn't I? So the Nats box, Andrew Stevenson a bunt hit. Soto a scratch hit third base line. Castro has one among his 2 hits. Maybe the best struck hit of the night for the Nats, John Lester's opposite field single.
Yeah, that was a bullet.
All right, here we go. Bottom 6. Ryan Zimmerman, fly ball to center. Called that on strikes. Zach Wheeler's 87th pitch. Whistles under his hands inside.
Yeah, we made Zach work last half inning, so let's see if he's as sharp as he was early.
And that was a 24 pitch inning. Ryan Zimmerman's had an opposite field idea in his recent at-bats. And if you throw him inside, you better get it well in, because he'll turn on you in a second. So good at using the entire ballpark based on what he's getting. Kind of like that.
Right on
Deep
spot.
left center. One hopper off the wall. Ryan Zimmerman to the pull side, and the tying runs aboard in the 6th.
Wheeler hung that slider, and Zim did not miss it. Good swing here to get us going in the bottom of the 6th. So Wheeler's really been feeling that slider so far, but this one's belt high, and Zim with a great line drive swing. And look how he just sees the ball so well. And this is a rocket in the gap. And Bob, to your point about how Zim likes to spray the ball to right field, Odubel Herrera was shifted into the right center field gap.
Yeah.
Zim with a great swing. He's fired up. Let's go, boys.
Ryan Zimmerman's 4th double of the year, his 7th extra base hit.
Now this is where John Lester's top stepping. Come on, Kyle, have my back.
Well, that'll help. Schwarber on in front of it, hit it well. Zimmerman to third on the first out for Starlin Castro, who, as a rule, makes pretty good contact.
And this is one of those things, too, where you would want to argue that that would be considered a sacrifice as you move the runner over into scoring position. That's why baseball's a cruel game. You get nothing to show for it. But that's a great approach there to move the runner over to third. Now we have man in scoring position with less than 2 outs.
And the Phillies are going to pull the infield in. Hoskins, first base side, standing on the grass. The deepest infielder at the moment is Gene Segura at second. Connor Brogdon for the Phillies.
And I think that little mound visit there between Knapp and Wheeler was telling us that, hey, Starlin Castro's coming up. You know he's going to be aggressive early in the count. Let's be smart. Let's execute a good pitch right here. And I think Starlin has RBI on his mind.
Looking for his 15th run batted in. And he wants to seal the deal quickly. This game is tied. Got Ryan on, got him over, got him in. His 405th career double leads to the tying run here in the 6th inning.
Exactly what we need. Starlin Castro sticking to his plan, being aggressive early. Wheeler just left this fastball out over the middle of the plate, and Starlin Castro, being the great fastball hitter that he is, did not miss it with a scorcher right behind Wheeler to drive in the run.
3 for 3 tonight. 1 out. Avila, the hitter. Well, the Nats have John Lester off the hook. He's done for the night. Now they'll see if they can get him ahead.
Good up, ball.
High fly ball, lots of carry by Avila. Where is it?
Catch.
They didn't catch it. It's on the ground. Now it rolls around by the scoreboard. All the way around is Castro. The Nats have taken the lead. That ball has to be caught by somebody, and neither of the Phillies got to it.
Well, Bryce and Odubel were looking at one another as the ball was in the air. The great hustle by Avila to get on third here. I think everybody in the ballpark assumed this was an out, but as you watch Odubel and Bryce get closer to one another, Bryce is checking out Odubel, and boop. What I like to call that is a no catch. And then a tackle. Good forward by Bryce, laying him out.
Well, Castro was going halfway, and then he had a long way to go. The Phillies not only missed the ball, they failed to pick it up cleanly, which would have kept the runners at second and third.
Yeah, Castro did a good job there because you have to hang out. You assume it's going to be caught. And then he got on his horse, and Avila's showing us those wheels.
Here's Yadiel Hernandez batting for John Lester, who now is the pitcher of record on the positive side. Phillies playing the infield halfway.
Now will go in the book as a triple.
Yadiel Hernandez facing Wheeler for the first time. So the Nats have 3 hits in the inning. First order of business, chase the catcher home from third base. It's Alex Avila's first triple in 4 years and the 9th of his big league career.
And first as a Nat. Not sure how many more triples we're going to get out of Alex this year, but that was a big one.
I mean, that ball was in the air forever. 0-2 now. And Hernandez, he lines it right to where Alec Bohm was playing. Great swing on a 2-strike count, 2 down.
Yeah, this is why baseball is so tough. Perfect swing on an elevated slider away. Good short compact swing. Hit an absolute bullet trying to do the job with the man on third, less than 2 outs. But Bohm over there with the range was able to make the play. Great swing.
Now it's up to Jordy Mercer with 2 outs. Mercer hit the daylights out of the ball last time. A low liner right at Odubel Herrera in center. This is close to the end of the line for Wheeler, due to bat second in the 7th. Well, this will be a battle of the bullpens the rest of the way. Sam Clay still working for the Nats.
Yeah, if I'm Zach Wheeler, I'm pretty frustrated. I've been dealing all night. Then this 6th inning, I give a leadoff double to Zim. They tie the game up, and then a very fortunate triple for Alex Avila.
Hey, you got to get a little luck now and then. Sometimes it'll get you out of a slump. Inside to Mercer.
Yeah, it's pretty rare to see outfielders tackle one another in the outfield.
Ball 2.
So Lester and Wheeler with matching pitch counts to this point. But so far this season, we have been a late inning blooming team.
Yeah. Mercer left side, scooped up by Bohm. That's it for the Nats, but a rather exciting and a bit fortunate 6th inning. 3 hits, RBIs from Castro and Avila. Coming up, Ryan Zimmerman, 4th double of the year, number 405 in his great career. Alex Avila hits the ball well. Nats get a break, and John Lester could get his first win, but a long way to go in this one. So J. Max will work 6 innings, a run on 6 hits, walked 3, pitched around those, struck out 4, got a big double play ball.
Yeah, 97 pitches. We're stretching it out a little bit. But the thing I like the most about John Lester is how quickly and efficiently he works. He works fast, throws strikes, keeps his defense on his toes, keeps Kyle Schwarber very busy in left field. And, you know, it's really good for him to get out of this game with the lead.
It's a Jiffy Lube pitching change. Choose a winning team for your vehicle at Jiffy Lube. Now more than ever, anywhere is possible with Jiffy Lube. Sam Clay last night gave up a hit, a walk, got out of a jam, 13 pitches, 8 strikes. He'll bring his sinker changeup combination into the ball game.
Yeah, now we got to change his MLB nickname on the MLB.com to Everyday Clay.
Well, we called him Slingin' Sammy when he first came up. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Phils here in the 7th. So a pinch hitter next for Wheeler.
Yeah, Sam has a good sinker, 91 miles per hour there. Good late depth, good movement as it reaches home plate.
That's Brad Miller, by the way, to hit in the pitcher's spot next. Sinker curveball combination. And there's the hook. No swing, says Laz Diaz.
That was close. He pulled back really late there.
This is interesting by the Phillies, by the way. Left-handed pitcher who has to face 3 batters. Left-handed batter on deck. But JT Realmuto, one of their 2 right-handers, is banged up. And the other is the slumping Scott Kingery. Joe Girardi likes his left-handed batter Miller better next. Oops. Get over here. That was a long bat toss for what he thought was ball 4.
Yeah, come on back. He assumed it was down. I know the umpires hate that. The Dubo assumed this pitch was down, caught the bottom of the box. Come on back, kid. See, the ball barely caught the bottom of the box. Borderline, but too close to take. Definitely annoying to umpires, but let's see if we can make them pay for it.
3-2. Up the middle, Trey Turner's there, ranging to his left, quick on the hands, and Odubel diving his body right across the bag. So with more on Sam, here's Dan.
Bob, Sam Clay really took off in the minor leagues in 2019. Going into that season, he threw both a 4-seam fastball and a 2-seam fastball. And his coaches there told him, you got to pick one. You got to be a guy that will get outs at the top of the zone or will sink the ball down below the zone. He chose the sinker, but interestingly enough, he doesn't throw a 2-seam sinker. He throws it off 1 seam. He grips it like he did when he threw a 2-seamer, but he throws it off 1 seam. He's gotten really good movement down off of that pitch, had the best ground ball rate in all of minor league baseball in 2019, and so that change from the 4-seamer to the 2-seamer, or rather the 1-seamer, has worked out for him.
That's interesting, a 1-seamer sinker. Well, in today's day and age, I would definitely choose the low pitch rather than the high one, because if you don't have 97 or 98 upstairs, you better throw the sinker.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where you figure out during your flat grounds. A lot of times, if fans are allowed early enough to come into the ballpark to watch pitchers throw during their flat grounds along the outfield foul lines, they start to maneuver the ball in their hands to try to figure out different movements. And so sometimes all it takes is, like Dan said, moving the ball on the 1 seam, getting a little bit, maybe some more finger pressure on another seam.
Well, Brad Miller had a base hit and a walk last night. And the lefty-lefty move works out for Joe Girardi. Tying run aboard. And the top of his order coming up on a ball really hit hard. Next up is McCutchen.
Yeah, but when you're able to try to figure things out as a pitcher during those flat grounds, that's where you really start to refine yourself as a pitcher, because coming into the game and trying things doesn't really work. So during those flat grounds, taking those times to throw seriously, that's when it really comes into play to help you for the game.
Hard throwing Jose Alvarado joins Brogdon now. Sam Clay came out of the game last night after giving up a single and a walk with McCutchen coming up. And Will Harris came in and struck out McCutchen and then had that epic matchup with Gene Segura. Daniel Hudson warming up in the 7th. I think that shows you a sense of urgency by his manager. Davey Martinez will pull out every stop he has the rest of this night to try to win a ball game.
Yeah, Davey's not playing tonight. He's trying to do everything he can to help the club win.
Castro waits for it. Got to go the long way. Perfect throw.
Yeah, good decision there. Knowing the speed of the runners in front, Brad Miller got a good jump, high chopper towards third. Didn't hesitate. I think the thing that gets overlooked oftentimes too for infielders to make a good strong throw is great footwork.
Gene Segura, the hitter. First base is open, but Harper on deck, and Bryce has had good swings against the left-hander Lester tonight. So Sam Clay's got a big boy 7th inning going here. And he'll start by taking a little bit off and getting that one to the outside edge.
Yeah, when you're watching at home, it looks like that two-seamer, or one-seamer rather, is dropping straight down. So it almost has like splitter type movement to it. And that's how he gets these ground balls.
Right side, Soto, play at the plate. No, they're going to hold the runner. Juan got rid of it in a hurry, and that's the key, because the runner can't read angle from third base. So here comes Clay and Harper with 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, and I think that ball was hit so hard that's why the third base coach gave the stop sign. But Soto got rid of it quickly. 1, 2, 3. That's all the steps that you need to make a good strong throw home. And the stop sign was up early.
Yeah, he was barely at the bag, and Juan was already in his motion.
Yeah, and his shoulder looks good coming back from the IL, being on for that shoulder strain that he had earlier too.
I just hope it feels real good after the game, after he had to unleash one there.
Yeah, he's not really moving it out there, so it seems to be fine.
Yeah. Well, it's Jim Hickey to the mound. Daniel Hudson is hot, ready if needed. But the book tells you lefty-lefty here. Clay and Harper.
Yeah, trusting the matchups here. Going to leave the lefty in there to face Bryce.
By the way, and just as a footnote, Bryce Harper is 0 for 4 career against Daniel Hudson. But Davey plays it by the book here. And if you're a Nats fan, what'd you come to the ballpark to see tonight? Your team win a game and maybe face Bryce Harper in some critical situations. Here's one right here with the Nats on top. First one missing.
Well, you definitely got to stick with the book and leave the lefty in here in this situation, especially with the downward movement that Sam Clay has on his fastball. Try to get Bryce to roll over on something.
He does. Right side, backhand, Mercer. That's a veteran play. Under control right there. Sam Clay gets a scoreless 7th. Top of the order ahead for the Nats on top by a run. Is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. 1.7 miles south of the Dome, Nationals Park. U.S. Navy Day at the ballpark. Having some snacks, maybe sneaking a brew in here and there. They've seen a very entertaining ball game. And Justin, let's go back to that 6th inning.
Yep.
That started with a great at bat by your old teammate Ryan Zimmer.
Yeah, great leadoff double. Zim is a doubles machine. Good job by Starlin Castro driving the run in with less than 2 outs. And then a little luck on our side here as Bryce and Odubel tackle one another for Alex Avila's triple to give us the lead. Look at the bench. Everybody's fired up. Let's go, boys.
They've been dying to score some runs. Connor Brogdon gets the call.
Yeah.
Pitched the 8th inning last night. Gave up a hit to Starlin Castro. Threw the ball well. 11 pitches, 9 strikes. He's a fastball, changeup, cutter guy. 30% changeups and throws the heater 53% of the time. So he'll come at you. And he gets Stevenson, Turner, and Soto, bottom 7 for the Nats, who are looking for a late night insurance policy here.
And I just really love what Davey Martinez has done tonight. You know, mixing things up, finding a way to get a spark in his club, and it seems to be working tonight.
Andrew Stevenson almost got the Nats a rally 2 innings ago with a 1-out bunt base hit.
Little unfortunate check swing right there for Stevenson on the first pitch from Brogdon.
Bohm shallow at 3rd. Change up out that way. Counts even 1-1. Talk about speed to burn in this inning. Stevenson and Turner before Soto. Off speed, slowed down his bat a little bit. And Andrew skies to Herrera. Join Josh Bell's book club. Every month he'll choose a new version for a virtual discussion. The Mental Game of Baseball, a guide to peak performance. Check it out, nationals.com/book club. Trey Turner, a rare offer tonight. Probably glad to see Zach Wheeler gone, who gave up 2 runs and 8 hits in 6 innings. Walked a batter, struck out 7. He probably deserved better than his defense gave him in that 6th inning. And that's well outside.
He's definitely fuming in the clubhouse right now. Quality start, 6 innings, and right now he's on the losing end.
Yeah, 2 old pros, Wheeler and Lester, dueling very well against each other tonight.
But as you mentioned, Bob, Trey's definitely happy to see Wheeler in the clubhouse right now.
He had some success against Zach in the past. 9 for 28 with a homer. But you're not going to rake every night. Trey's been about as good as it's gotten around baseball over the last 2 weeks or so. And really all the way back to opening day. 2-2 now.
Brogdon with back-to-back changeups here. Really good changeups. 85 and 84 to follow up with his 97-mile-per-hour fastball that he's got in his back pocket. Going for a 3-peat with the changeup.
Turner right off the end of the bat. To his left, McCutchen, who played a lot of center field, of course, in that huge PNC Park outfield. Juan Soto with 2 outs now.
Well, that ball went a long way for as far out front as he was, and he hit off the end of the bat.
It did.
All right, folks. Soto shuffle. Soto shuffle. Let's do it. How about an insurance run too?
One hits for power without trying to. But if he wants to air one out here, that's fine with all of us.
Definitely fine with me.
And maybe more than one if he wants to take a couple of mighty hacks. Have at it.
Be a good time for a nice 1-0 dinger.
Yeah, but is he getting a fastball? Yeah, he will. 2-0. Brogdon bringing it at 98.
Well, what he did with Trey last time, as soon as he got ahead in the count, he followed up with 3 changeups. So let's see if Brogdon follows the same protocol as last time.
After, yeah, I thought it was a changeup too because 98 was the previous pitch and that was 90. So in a sense, it was.
It was off speed,
even though it was his cutter.
Yeah, his changeup sits about 84, 85, but that one right there was 90. So a little cutting action right there. First time we've seen the cutter tonight.
Juan Soto, is the truck kidding me that he's 25 for 50 in his career on a 2-1 count?
That's very, very good.
Are they throwing overhand? There's the changeup. Sometimes the changeup is still effective when it's high because it just floats up there and it's still hard to get the bat to. And now Maton moves to the right of second base with 2 strikes. And Alec Bohm retreats to a true shortstop position from third.
And it's interesting to see that too with 2 strikes. They're shifting towards the pull side with 2 strikes.
Yeah. Against Juan Soto, who doesn't do that a whole lot. He's going to hustle. Underhand toss. And just able to stay on the base is Hoskins. It's another one of those plays where it always looks like the first baseman comes off the bag. The Nats will have a look. But we are going to the 8th inning. Daniel Hudson next in line. Yeah, he's on there. Outs to get. And as part of the Toyota Case for Kids program, Washington area Toyota dealers donate $50 to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health for every strikeout by Nationals pitchers. Not a ton tonight. 4 by Lester. But that's all right. He only gave up a run on 6 hits. Daniel Hudson. So it's obviously Hudson's 8th and Brad Hand's 9th. The way Davey's lining things up tonight. Hoskins, Bohm, and Maton, 2 righties and a lefty. Victor Robles takes over in center field. We thought originally it was a double switch that would put him in the 8 hole and the pitcher first. We're told no. And it looks like on the scoreboard it is a straight up switch. Fastball slider combination from Hudson, who brings the high 90s gas 73% of the time.
Well, having the pitcher in the 8 hole gives Davey a little bit more flexibility as to how he wants to use his bench if we get up again down there at the bottom of the lineup.
Hoskins 1 for 4 with a double career. 2 strikeouts against Daniel Hudson.
Well, Davey's got his winning formula in tonight, so let's see if it works out for us. Ooh, okay. Come on now, Nick Marley. Need a cup of coffee?
Hey, don't get yourself tossed out of the game.
Hey, man, that was a strike all the way. That was like in the middle of the box. Not even on the side, on the corner. That was right down the middle.
Hudson's got to deal with it now, 2-0 against a good power hitter. He's going to deliver a quality strike on the inside edge.
Yeah, that was more of a ball than the previous pitch.
And I was thinking, reading body language, Hoskins wasn't happy about that one.
Definition of a makeup call right there. You can't see behind the mask, but it looked like he said, "Sorry, Daniel, here's your strike."
That ball is well hit. Schwarber after it, though. Just short of the track. Now you got that countdown to 5 outs, and next up is Alec Bohm.
Schwarber's has been a busy man in left field. Good fastball here from Daniel Hudson. In on the hands of Rhys Hoskins to get the fly out.
Philly bullpen busy. Lefty Ranger Suarez.
Ranger.
The right-hander was Sam Coonrod, who we saw last night. Alec Bohm, 0 for 1 with a walk career against Hudson. Phillies have some real power arms in that bullpen. Well, both teams do. The Nats have some guys who are bringers. Bringers of heat.
Bringers of fire. The thing that's most impressive to me is that night in night out, these guys can throw that hard.
Low in the zone, a beauty. 1 and 2.
Nobody likes Nick Marley right now, but we do.
Just tantalizing him a bit with the slider.
Yeah, and that's a good slider too to follow up his low, well-cated fastball, because out the hand that looks like a strike. In the late break movement, good job by Bohm to hold off on that one, but that's an excellent pitch from Daniel.
That's the rookie Nick Maton on deck, who's never faced Hudson. Lots of action on that slight piece. 3 and 2.
Yeah, tried to be a little bit too fine for that one.
$8,610 in the yard tonight. On the next homestand, we'll be able to seat almost 14,900. According to the projected percentage. And Bohm goes out of play right side. And if you missed it last night, June 11th, we're hearing the ballpark to capacity if the fans buy enough tickets.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Good for the people to get back in the ballpark when things are safe. Hope everybody's been able to get vaccinated. I know I have been.
Now Bohm's going to battle. Check out the MLB app because it has in-game video highlights for you, live pitch by pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and a whole lot more for your Nats and everything going on around baseball.
This is a big at bat right here. We don't want Bohm to get on base. Daniel's going to stick with the fire right here.
This will be close. And at the third row over there.
Just over the netting. Staying with the fire.
Swing and a miss. 98 near the hands. Absolutely filthy by Daniel Hudson. 2 outs.
Well, Bowman was trying to be the hero to tie the game, but this fastball ran up and in on the hands. Tough for a hitter with his size to get his hands on top of this baseball, but good, well-executed fastball by Hudson to get the out. One more pushes us into the bottom of the 8th.
Here's Nick Maton. Came in to play shortstop, replacing Didi Gregorius. Haven't heard a report on him, whether he got shaken up or not. First pitch, Zimmerman guarding the line and now stepping on the bag. Nats bullpen 2/3 of the way home for their night, and the Nats now Zim, Schwarber, Castro ahead. Important for the Nats to win tonight. Patrick Corbin can take on the Phillies and try to get the Nats a series win. 11 career starts against Philadelphia, 5-3 with a 3.19, and there's Zach Eflin, who's 4-3 in 9 starts himself against the Nats. Nats Extra 12:30 pregame tomorrow. First pitch 1:05, and then the boys, after being home for a grand total of 4 days, will head for Phoenix. Brogdon, 13 pitches, 8 strikes. Stays in to pitch the 8th after getting Stevenson, Turner, and Soto. Now he gets Zimmerman, Schwarber, and Castro.
Well, it'll be nice for some insurance runs with Zim leading off again, just as he did in the 6th.
Yeah, that was a lovely at bat. Inside edge. He didn't like the call. Look at that look. Ryan has given, they call him the face of the franchise, but I take it literally because over the last 15 years, his face has been amazing to look at on certain game situations. I remember one time he was on deck when Bryce Harper hit some ridiculous homer, and as Harper went by, Ryan just looked at him like he was an alien from outer space, like for shocked. What he just did.
Yeah, shocked and in awe.
Yeah, Ryan's expressions over the years have been better than words. 2-1. And I think he's looked at Juan Soto a couple of times like that too. Are you kidding me? At your age, you just did that?
Right? Are you real? Is this real life? Like, what's going on? This kid's incredible. I think the best thing about Zim too is he has such good rapport with the umpires as well. You know, he didn't yell at Nick Marley right there with that call.
It's a changeup that misses up and in. So hey, you're up by a run. Got a good night going. All speed ahead. Brett Hand getting ready for the ninth. Phillies have 7, 8, 9 due up.
Oh no, Zim's getting ready for 97 right here.
He can turn 97 around or take it the other way.
Good swing right there. Just missed it. Now, if you're the Phillies, you're definitely thinking you don't want Zim to get on to lead this inning off. So they're going to attack him here.
3-2. Yeah, Ryan's only walked 3 times this year. I mean, he is just getting his swings every time he's in the lineup or every time he comes off the bench, like he did last night with the 7th inning opposite field double.
Well, he was all over that hanging changeup right there. A bullet. Somebody got a souvenir tonight. A lot fewer souvenirs than last night's game.
Thank goodness. 74 foul balls in the game last night.
Going back to the changeup.
Chopper left side. Boom. Spin move. That was pretty sweet. That's a young second baseman who hasn't been in the big leagues for a year yet, making it look relatively simple.
Yeah, Bohm reminding us of how Zim used to play the hot corner before he moved over to first. Good footwork here, good strong throw, even the little sidearm throw. And good job by Rhys Hoskins to keep that cleat on the base. Looked like it might have come off a little bit.
Well, we told you last inning Ranger Suarez was warming up. He appears to get the call now against Kyle Schwarber. So Brogdon gives them 4 batters in a row retired. We'll check the matchup numbers. Schwarber, Suarez. Brought to you in part by your local Ford dealer. Shop online or in store tomorrow. Gorgeous night in the district. It could be even more beautiful if the Nats can hold on to win. Those guys still have plenty of energy at 9:48 Eastern time. Good luck the rest of the night, Mom. Schwarber and Suarez here. Ranger Suarez can bring it. Sinker, four-seamer, changeup, slider. A reliever with 4 pitches.
That's called a repertoire.
Yeah, it is. Suarez and Schwarber. 1 career matchup, 1 strikeout. Kyle Schwarber's defensive play back in the 5th inning, still the play of the game in this one. Throwing out Odubel Herrera on a Bryce Harper base hit to left. That would have tied the game.
Yeah, and Suarez doesn't have overpowering stuff as we've seen from Alvarado in the Phillies pen.
Phillies have 3 lefties. Matt Moore the other. Haven't seen him in the series yet. Starlin Castro has a perfect night in progress. Not just inching his way to a 10-game hitting streak, but going 3 for 3.
Well, Suarez is being shy. He's showing us all his pitches so far.
Well, he's got 4 of them. Hard for relievers to throw 4 effectively. Most relievers are happy if 2 of them are working when they come out.
And most guys, what we've seen, have also been 2-pitch guys. Good fight here from Kyle, staying alive. But these are the late game at bats that we need to help us continue to push through.
Well, and the Nats need to win some close games.
Now on the West Coast, the Dodgers, as we mentioned the other day, have lost 10 one-run games. This early in the season, that's huge in terms of standings.
Hard to believe they're 2 games over 500 after that start they got off to. They're hosting Seattle again tonight. Swing and a miss. There's a changeup. Lefty diving under Kyle's hands. 2 down.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times tonight. Lefty changeups.
Well, can Castro make it a 4 for 4?
Kyle just swung over the top of that changeup, pulled off just slightly. But here's the hottest hitter of the game tonight, Starlin Castro.
And he'll take that little dribbler down the 3rd base line back in the 4th in between 2 pieces of solid contact, including the game-tying single back in the 6th before the Avila triple put the Nats on top.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it, but how lucky you are.
I think I said back in the 5th that play by Schwarber kept the Phillies from tying the game. It kept them from going up 2-0.
Right.
Castro from 278 to 297.
That's how you boost your average. Tonight he's seen the ball very well. He's not getting cheated at all.
Change up 3-1.
Nice. Well, let's see what the Phillies do. Are they going to attack him here? I know Starling's going to be aggressive.
Yeah, lefty-lefty matchup next. And Castro hits it to right. And that's a 4-for-4 night as it skips into the glove of Bryce Harper. And for Starlin Castro, the 25th time in his career he has a 4-hit game.
25 times? It's amazing.
That's longevity right there.
Wow. And I think he's going to want to roll right into tomorrow's game right after this one. Now, I know everybody in the truck's not saying the same thing, but Starlin Castro does not want to leave the ballpark tonight. Good swing, way to stay on it, and way to stick to his plan. He likes to be aggressive. Got a good line drive swing, and Bryce just couldn't come up with the catch.
And Harper did well to get a glove on it. That gets by him. That's at least 3 bags.
That's definitely 3 bags.
So here's Avila, who had 3 bags his last time up.
Let's see if we can get a little 2-out magic to give us another insurance run. Or as I like to call it, 2-out lightning. Now Ranger with his hardest pitch of the night at 94.
Josh Bell for the pitcher if the inning continues. Nasty sink on that one. 2-1.
Yeah, it looked like the ball dropped right off a table there on that sinker. But we'd like to see Josh Bell get in that bat here. Sometimes, you know, a guy's struggling, not having the success that he wants this early in the season. Sometimes changing it up, getting a pinch hit at bat will help get you going in the right direction.
Well, he might get a chance. 3-1.
Well, let's see what Girardi does. He knows he has Josh Bell, who's been struggling as of late, on deck. Are they going to give in right here?
Well, that's a nasty sinker. Looked like it was inside edge, and then it dove on Alex. So 3-2. This helps. Castro gets a head start at first. Randy Knorr just was in his ear. Rhys Hoskins moving off the bag will play behind him.
Well, Randy's probably telling Starlin, make sure he goes home before you take off. Little tapper on the right side to stay alive. Yeah, but as I mentioned before, sometimes mixing it up, you know, in Josh Bell's case, having only one at bat to focus on, not really having to worry about playing defense, will help you get focused, help you turn the corner.
Well, the next pitch or so will decide. Castro running inside, and Josh Bell will bat for Daniel Hudson.
Here we go.
Davey had the option when Robles came into the game to bat him in this spot, but he went straight up with Victor for Stevenson, top of the order. And I think this is what he had in mind the whole time, that if the Nats would send 5 men to the plate in the 8th, he could give Josh Bell a chance to get an AB and have an impact on the game and all the other things that J-Max just talked about. And I'm always interested, Justin, when an everyday player gets to pinch hit.
Right.
Most pinch hitters off the bench late in the ball game, first fastball they see, they're ripping. Do everyday guys maybe approach it a little differently, or is this just a whole different deal for him?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, he did come up with the Pirates, you know, so I think the pinch hitting game is not too foreign for him. I think the main thing for him is he has to stay aggressive. Be ready to hit. Don't miss your pitch. Don't be in between where you're thinking about taking versus swinging. Have your plan, stick to it, jump on a fastball here, and just be aggressive.
Well, he hit it rather sharply, and it's booted by Segura. Everybody's safe. And the bases are loaded for Jordy Mercer. That's not characteristic by Segura or the Phillies. That's his first error of the year. And the Phillies second fewest in the league.
Yeah, it looks like that ball just popped up on him. Maybe he took his eye off it a little bit. Maybe had some weird spin on it too because he got jammed a little bit on that 93-mile-per-hour fastball. But good job by Josh Bell, hustling, didn't give up. Was really booking it down the line. Find that front edge of the base. Good hustle there.
You know what? He didn't get a hit there, but his manager will consider that a very productive at bat. Jordy Mercer takes a strike. Mercer faces Suarez for the first time.
Yeah, it'd be easy for Josh Bell there to hang his head after getting jammed, but he put his head down and hustled hard and beat it out. Now here's a chance for 2-out Lightning.
And now it's 0-2 Lightning. Victor Robles on deck. He's in the game for defense, hoping to get an AB. And an 0-2 changeup. The Nats strand 10 base runners tonight, but the good news is they've had at least 10 base runners. Now it's up to Hand. 7-8-9 ahead for the Phillies in a 2-1 game. Phillies. Knapp, Herrera, the pitcher spot for the Phils in the top of the 9th inning. And here's Brad Hand, his 12th game, coming off, hey, honestly, a really rough weekend in New York, Saturday and Sunday against the Yankees. The life of a reliever, trying to bounce back. And you're right back on the horse a couple of days later. Dan has more.
Yeah, Bob, Brad Hand actually talked about that after his most recent appearance, the second of that back-to-back in New York. He blew the save on Saturday. That was his first blown save since August of 2019, and then he got stuck with the loss the next day as well. Reporters talked to him after the game, and you might think he'd be a little down on himself. He kind of wasn't, though. He said that's why being a reliever is awesome. You have a bad one, you're back in there the next day to try and right the ship. He said it didn't go as planned this weekend, but the next game we'll get it right. Here he is, save situation. He's going to try and get it right this time around.
Well, that goes into having a short-term memory as a baseball player. And ideally, as a reliever, that's where it's really key, because the ball's going to be in your hand the next night. So how are you going to respond?
Andrew Knapp faces him for the first time. And he gets the fastball. He could not throw his fastball for a strike in New York to save his life. That's big for him to bring the first one right in there. I mean, he was pulling that thing to the catcher's glove side both days. And now he's ahead.
He probably likes the mound here at Nats Park better than Yankee Stadium.
0-2 with a couple of fastballs.
And it's a good sign, too. It shows us that he's made an adjustment, too. For a guy to keep doing the same things, yanking fastballs on that right-hand side, and not making an adjustment, then we'd be worried. But for Brad Hand to get ahead early, 0-2 right away, it's a really, really good sign for us. Here comes that big sweeping slider under the hands.
Misses to the other side. And I'll tell you, it's better to miss way out there than it is middle.
Yeah, almost turned into the backdoor slider variety. But Alex was set up, down, and in to get the chase. So similar to what Lester does, you know, wear guys out on the inner half and then get them to chase the slider down and in. Oh, check him.
2-2. Or did he foul? Yeah, it's 2-2.
Okay. Yeah, he missed it.
Odubel Herrera in the 8th spot. Then it gets interesting. Scott Kingery slumping. We don't know if JT Realmuto is available to pinch hit. Those are the only 2 bats they have.
Yeah, I doubt Girardi will use JT Realmuto any spot tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 94. And for the Nats and Brad Hand, a huge first out.
And there's that good fastball, elevated fastball from Brad Hand. And like Bob mentioned earlier, it's really good to see him fire strikes in there. He's got a funky motion. I remember facing him with the Marlins when he was a starter. And he kind of kicks that stride foot leg at you. Kind of makes you jump a little bit. But good elevated fastball to get the first out of the inning.
Odubel Herrera, 3 for 6 career against Hand. Interesting for lefty-lefty. And there's Scott Kingery, who's on deck. Castro on the grass at third. Outfield around to the left a bit. Infield to pull. The all-important first pitch. And he delivers another fastball. First pitch strike.
Yeah, to me, Brad Hand and Jim Hickey made some adjustments from the time in New York. For him to be firing strikes in here, it's a really, really good sign. And Kingery is definitely on deck. So, yeah, Girardi's not using JT Realmuto tonight.
Breaking ball. It's hammered to center. Oh my. This game is tied. Odubel Herrera with his 4th hit of the series. 3 of them for extra bases. And Brad Hand has blown another save.
Well, I know the fans at home couldn't see it, but there was a ginormous bat flip from Odubel Herrera. Hanging slider, middle. Odubel didn't miss it. Little Sammy Sosa hop at the end of it. But just an unfortunate location from Brad Hand, and Odubel with a good swing, tying this game up.
John Lester loses a potential win. Nats have the bottom of the order, or top of the order, due up in the bottom of the 9th. And here's Hand to Kingery.
Well, good sign from Hand there. Right back to the heater to get strike 1 on Kingery. He just missed location on that pitch of Herrera. That was all.
Well, the Nats continue to give up an alarming number of homers. They've hit 31 this year. They've now given up 47.
Yeah, it's just one of those early season things. As we start to get healthy, start to get Strasburg back too, I think that number will go down.
0-2 with 1 out. And a big curveball for the strikeout.
And to me, that was the slider that Hand was hoping to throw Odubel.
Well, Odubel Herrera now 4 for 6 career against Hand. And stepping into the box, Andrew McCutcheon, who's 5 for 9 career against the lefty.
Now, I imagine most of those numbers too were when Hand was a starter.
Jose Alvarado for the 9th. When you're on the road, you save your closer for later in case you take the lead. That being Hector Neris, of course. And then to the right-hander. First pitch. Slider in there.
Good sweeping slider from Hand. He's commanding the strike zone tonight. Just so far, he's only had 1 bad pitch.
Nats fans are booing. Philly fans making some noise.
Well, it looks like we're going to need some ninth inning magic from our Nats. Let's see if we can get our fourth walk-off win.
Yeah, first order of business, get this guy out.
Let's see if Hand goes to the big sweep and slider. Fastball in.
1-2 to McCutchen, who singled and walked tonight. Not a bad 1-2 pitch. Good take by the veteran.
Yeah, a little too far in. McCutchen probably saw that, a ball out to Hand. Here's the slider we mentioned before. See if he can get that in under the hands and get the chase.
And it hit him. McCutchen hit by the pitch. And now it'll be Gene Segura.
Not what we want there, obviously, but good pitch in the sense that he was trying to get McCutchen to be over aggressive. There was just too much break on that slider, resulting in the hit by pitch.
Now Segura against Hand career with a walk, 0 for 3. And you all know who's on deck. The get-ahead slider.
Yeah, even with the lefty-lefty matchup, we definitely don't want to see Bryce hit this half inning. No way.
The heater in there, 0-2.
Excellent location there. All right, well, let's see if we can put him away.
2-2 ball game. Each team with 9 hits. Phillies have left 8. Nats have stranded 10. And the runner going. And the batter stands there and watches a curveball right down the middle. So the Phillies tie it on the Odubel Herrera homer. Victor Robles, Trey Turner, Juan Soto. Fence in the 8th inning in the #1 spot for Andrew Stevenson. And then things get interesting behind that because last night Jose Alvarado walked Trey Turner and Juan Soto back to back. In the 7th inning, Trey had that epic 14-pitch at bat.
Yeah.
He did strike out Josh Bell to end that threat, but the Nats got to see a whole lot of this guy last night. Even though he only threw a third of an inning, he had to throw 22 pitches.
Right, and keep that in mind because he may not be as sharp as he normally is, having thrown that many pitches last night. Well, we're in a good spot. Top of the lineup is here. See if we can get our 4th walk-off win.
Tough guy to elevate against to hit a game-winning homer. 80% sinkers, 15% sliders.
Yeah, when you're facing a guy like this with such good velo, such good depth to his sinker, you got to set your sights high. So start your eyes at the belt. Anything below the belt, leave it alone. It's going to break out of the zone.
Corner infielders in. Outfield a bit to the left for Robles. And a fastball at 99. Whistling to the outside edge.
Well, at home, you can see Andrew Knapp give the signal. It looks like he's twirling a tornado with his finger. That's a sign for sinker. And even with Alvarado, you can see, I mean, those last 2 pitches weren't sharp on the corners, and even Andrew Knapp setting up middle. So when you're facing a dude throwing hard like this, set your sights right down the middle. Look for that pitch elevated thigh high. Make a nice short swing.
Yeah, short being the key word here.
Went to the cutter there at 96 miles per hour. Yeah, if you're Robles here, though, you're only looking for one pitch. You're looking for a fastball. Be ready for it. Short, compact swing. Show us that speed.
Down and in with 95 for the first out. Turner and Soto now.
Yeah, this is the cutter. Again, 95 down and in. A pitch he didn't show us much last night. He mostly stuck with the sinker, the 2-seamer. But he got Robles to swing right over the top of that one.
Phillies, by the way. Scott Kingery stayed in the game to play second base. Pitcher spot is the 2-hole in place of Segura.
You can see Alvarado getting geared up for that top of the lineup. 99 to Robles, but first pitch to Turner. 101. So these guys know where the best hitters are, and they get amped up for it. Last night he touched 102 as well.
1-0 to Trey. This is interesting because Trey Turner can fly. They don't want to walk him, of course.
Nope.
He can earn his way on. But if Trey Turner gets aboard and he steals, does that take the bat out of Juan Soto's hands? So a lot of things at work here. Soto, then Zimmerman.
Yeah, it definitely takes the bat out of Juan's hands.
But you wouldn't mind having that kind of speed on board even at first in a game-winning situation.
Right, because any ball in the gap is a game-winning run.
99 for a strike.
Yeah, that ball was definitely down. But when you have a guy throwing so hard, it's very difficult for the umpire to determine the height of the pitch. Yeah, definitely below the box.
Wow.
I mean, even if you swing at that, you're not going to do anything with it. So good take by Trey there, ahead in the count 2-0.
That's a fair ball.
That's a double.
Trey Turner digging around the bag.
Show us that speed.
And he's at second with 1 out. Probably no way they pitched to Soto. But anyway, great speed as the potential winning run.
Yeah, great job by Trey here to stay on this sinker down and away. I know he was definitely frustrated, but look at the hand speed. Out front on the heater, off the end of the bat, and showing us that speed. But
They have Hector Neris working here, Justin.
Yeah.
Joe Girardi to the mound. They could walk Soto and then bring in, because he would essentially be the third man faced by Alvarado. Honestly, I mean, Juan Soto, he didn't even need to take his bat from the on-deck circle here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, smart call here. You got to walk, the best outfielder in my mind in the National League East, in Juan Soto. It's a good call, but they don't know we have Captain Clutch on our team and Ryan Zimmerman.
I mean, Girardi didn't make the move.
No, I saw him look at Nick Marley and tell him that they were going to put him on.
An intentional walk is considered a batter faced. They will stay with the lefty here against Ryan Zimmerman.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a guy who's throwing 102 with that kind of sinker, I mean, there's really no matchup in my opinion.
Mr. Walkoff in a position to do it again. Soto, Turner, blinding speed, 90 feet ahead of him. And Ryan Zimmerman spits on the fastball away.
Yeah, Zim only has one thing on his mind. He's looking for that 100, 102 mile per hour fastball, ready to hit it.
And I'll tell you what Trey Turner's looking for. He's looking for downward movement on a sinker. Anything in the dirt, he'll be ready to head for third.
Right, and if it kicks far enough, he could even score with his speed from second base.
Zimmerman, double play ball. We're going extra innings. Phillies couldn't have ordered it up any better. They walk Soto, 6-4-3, and their pitcher spot will be somebody at second. To bat in the top of the ninth, you go back, you revert to the previous batter. So Andrew McCutchen, who was hit by the pitch and stranded last inning, is the guy who goes to second base to lead off the top of the 10th.
Yeah, all these new rule changes are hard to keep track of, but that's why you got your bench coaches to help keep you in line.
And now you've got Bryce Harper leading off. And I've heard people say, when you have an inning like this, why don't you just walk that guy? His run doesn't mean a whole lot, but you do have the right-handed hitting Hoskins on deck. So a lot of things come into play with this new extra inning rule, and here we go.
And also being the home team, you don't want to give the other team, the visiting team, extra base runners.
There you go. Time requested and given. Bryce Harper career 4 for 19 with a homer and 6 RBIs against Brad Hand. And of course, again, most of that when he was a starter for Miami.
Right. So if you put Bryce on, right, and Reese Hoskins happens to get, base hit, double, whatever it may be, now you're down 2 runs versus the 1 if you pitch to Bryce and try to get him out.
Boy, McCutchen came way off the back there, breaking ball inside.
That almost hit Bryce. Very close. Yeah, with the new rule change, you're going to get action.
It does make usually the 10th inning longer and the 11th inning longer if it goes that far.
Right.
But for the most part, I think the rule has done what it was designed to do, and that's stay away from the 13, 14, 15 inning ballgame.
Right. Throughout the course of the season, too, that's going to help extend the life of teams' bullpens as well.
But there's just so many baseball fans just do not buy this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's great if you win. It's brutal if you lose.
Right.
1-1 to Harper. Breaking ball. Left side pop up. Castro right over the screen.
Yeah, I know from a former minor leaguer standpoint, when you had a team who extended their bullpens in consecutive games as we've done tonight, you got your suit ready. You're waiting for the phone call. You're listening, you're watching the manager. What are they doing? Are they going to the phone? Somebody getting called up? So during those times, you're hoping that someone's going to get called up. But the new rule now is kind of mitigating some of that and allowing teams to just keep what they have in the bullpen and work from there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, big spot here, big pitch. Let's get the first out. Strand McCutchen at second base.
Fastball up.
Now here, I wouldn't mind throwing a 3-2 slider here to Bryce. Try to see if he'll chase. But this has to be a tough spot for a reliever. You know, the guy's in scoring position as you enter the mound. Not ideal.
3-2 pitch. Harper to left. That's a base hit. They have to hold the runner. And they're at the corners with nobody out as Bryce Harper pushes the lead run to third and gets aboard himself. It's his third hit of the night. And all of Harper's hits have gone to left field.
Yeah, as I guessed it. Stuck with the slider, well off the plate, but Bryce did a good job just flicking it. I mean, honestly, I think that pitch was in the right-hander batter's box, but he did a good job staying on it. And McCutchen was ready, but, you know, nobody out. It's a good hold. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change here.
Well, it's been a rough week for Brad Hand. 2 blown saves, a loss, and now this. Kyle Finnegan, Rhys Hoskins, right-handed power matchup coming right up. Last night, 3 runs on 3 hits. Walked a couple, 1 intentional. And that's the inning when the Phillies put the ball game away. So righty's only 205 against him, and that's what Davey Martinez is banking on here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear Davey's comments after this game in terms of Brad Hand's performance. But I mean, the stuff was still there. Just you know, bad week, bad luck.
Rhys Hoskins did not bat against Finnegan last night. 0 for 1 with a walk last year against him. So the infield's in. Runners at the corners. Good speed at first. Better than average speed at third. And Finnegan comes with the 95.
Yeah, for the infielders here, hard ground ball at you. I think with nobody out, the Phillies are not going to be going on contact. So it's a matter of, you know, check McCutchen at third, go to first, get the out. If we're fortunate and we can cover, you know, maybe roll the double play. But ideally, we just do not want McCutchen to score in this situation. But check and go one. But a strikeout would be the #1 scenario that we would want.
And the odds of a ball blooping out into the outfield are good with them playing so deep. Well, that's not a bloop, that's a drive. And the Phillies lead 3-2. That first run goes down as an unearned run.
Yeah, Finnegan tried to get the slider here, but it backed up down the middle of the plate. And Rhys Hoskins hit a bullet into left field to give the Phillies the lead. But yeah, fans, I mean, I know it's annoying, but with the new rule, but we still get our at-bats.
Long way to go before that happens. Alec Bohm, the hitter.
Good fastball from Finnegan there. Good sink-in action. I know Bohm was pretty frustrated after his last at-bat with the strikeout against Hudson. He probably thought his day was going to go well with the leadoff walk to start his day, but he's followed up with 3 strikeouts. Let's see if we can get the 4th.
Unbelievable play by Alex Avila. Reaching as far as he could, getting spun around by that, and still able to hold on.
Yeah, great stab. I have no idea how he caught this ball. Even Nick Marley turned around assuming the ball got past him. But great job, great reflexes from Alex to keep that ball in his glove.
1-1. That'll be a potential double play ball. Mercer from Turner, and a badly needed 6-4-3.
Yeah, Taylor made double play. Good turn by Trey. Great throw by Mercer on the back end, and just what we needed. Keep this lead at 1.
A third at bat now for the rookie Nick Maton, up there swinging.
Yeah, Maton definitely did not anticipate getting 3 at bats today. We still haven't heard from the Phillies side what happened to Didi in the middle of the game to get Maton these at bats. Well, we just got word Didi had some right elbow stiffness that forced him out in the game.
1 ball, 1 strike to Maton. Castro on the grass at third. That's a base hit that'll put the Phillies on top by 2.
Well, that was a big spot there. Definitely not what we wanted. Finnegan kind of hung the splitter over the middle of the plate. Maton with a short swing. Nice short compact swing, head down, found that 4-hole for an insurance run for the Phils.
Well, Bryce Harper, good at bat earlier for a hit, then they've hit 2 solid line drives. The Nats will start with Zimmerman at second in the bottom of the inning, with Kyle Schwarber up, down by at least 2. Finnegan to Knapp. Runner goes. Throw is wide into center field. Robles charging, but he just didn't have enough time to get there. And that'll be Alex Avila's first error of the year after the steal by rookie Nick Maton.
Yeah, Maton stole this bag off of Finnegan here. You know, big high leg kick. Alex did his best to make a good throw, but kind of sailed on him arm side. And Maton didn't hesitate going to third. Kind of flew open with that left side to make that ball sail on to his throwing arm side.
Yeah, and Victor Robles was trying to charge, but he just had no time to get there.
Yeah, and he was playing shifted over towards left center field as well.
That's on the inside part of the batter's box, and it's 2-0. Andrew Knapp 1 for 4. Early RBI put the Phillies up in the second inning.
Great sinker there from Finnegan. But yeah, we definitely do not want Maton to score right here, because it'd be much tougher to score 3 next half inning versus 2. With the new rules, a tying run will come to the plate to lead off the inning.
That's why it's so vital to keep it 4-2 here. 2-1 pitch. Knapp had a big 2-run hit off Finnegan last night that really gave the Phils breathing room in their eventual 6-2 win. And they're swinging from the heels.
Yeah, he's going after him. And don't think Finnegan forgot about the line drive to left field last night against him, too, by now.
And, of course, this brings their closer into play. Hector Neris has been hot for a while.
Yeah, to me, but I like our chances against Neris versus Alvarado, personally. I'll take 93 versus 102 any day. Yeah, I feel like so far just our at-bats will be better against facing Neris versus Alvarado's 102-mile-an-hour sinker. Give us a better chance to elevate the ball and drive it in the gap.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Maton way down the line, probably 25 feet right now. And that's a check swing foul.
Yeah, Maton is not worried about the back pitch at all. Because Starlin Castro is pretty much playing almost shortstop in the hole. Will he attempt a straight steal of home? He's far enough off.
There's another run for the Phillies. Knapp gets Finnegan again, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, Finnegan's getting beat with his off speed. Another hanging slider up middle of the plate. And Knapp with a good line drive swing to put it in play. But Finnegan hasn't gotten beat by his fastball tonight. He's gotten beat by his off speed. Hoskins hit the slider. Maton hit a splitter. And Knapp with another slider for a base hit.
And now here's the night's #1 culprit. Odubel Herrera, whose one-out homer in the 9th, is the reason we're still playing.
You know, in hindsight, if you were to show this half inning to Finnegan, you know, you'd show him that you're not getting beat by your heater. You're getting beat by your off-speed pitches.
Well, as you mentioned, he's been very busy lately.
Yeah.
23 pitches last night. Maybe he's not feeling it with the fastball. Victor Robles under this one, and that's it for the Phillies. They will pick up 3 runs in the top of the 10th. The Nats will have Schwarber with Zimmerman at second. Then they need Castro, Avila, and maybe more. Not possible tonight because the Phillies got 3, but he could take a big bite out of this lead. So here's Hector Neris. As Justin told you, not always overpowering, but he can drop them right off the table and can be very tough to center with the way he can drop the ball down on that splitter.
Yeah, his splitter is his best pitch. Fastball's not overpowering at 93, as you mentioned, but his splitter is what makes him the Phillies closer. Getting guys to swing over the top of it. But let's see if Schwartz can start us off.
So Ryan Zimmerman to second base after making the last out of the 9th. Schwarber and Castro. Throws the splitter more than half the time, does Neris, right around 53%. Kyle Schwarber, career against him, 0 for 3. And the Nats down by 3 here in the bottom of the 10th.
One for 4 sounds nice.
Yeah, any way to get aboard right now.
And right on cue, there's that first pitch splitter.
Right to the bag. Hoskins on an easy out. Now, if you're tied in the bottom of the 10th, that's a great at bat. But the Nats are running out of time. And now it's Castro, who has a 4-for-4 night. 25th time in his big league career he's had 4 hits in a game.
Well, let's make it 5.
He's had 1 of those.
1 of those? All right, let's make it 2. Or rather, let's just get on base and let Alex work behind.
And he did that in this ballpark as a Marlin in September of 18. That ball comes right back off the limestone behind home plate. Ryan Zimmerman, fortunately, didn't even have time to think about coming home. He would have been out by 40 feet.
Right, and good call. I mean, he knows he's not the tying or go-ahead run there, so there's no need to rush, no need to attempt it. But it's funny, in this ballpark, I've seen, balls ricochet hard off that stone right back to the catcher. And that one was off the netting hard back to the catcher.
Castro, big cut. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Starlin staying aggressive, trying to get that 5-hit night.
Josh Harrison has a bat. They could go to him instead of Avila. He could represent the tying run. And Castro to a knee, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, there's a splitter that makes Neris tough. I mean, to me, it even looks like a curveball dropped so much.
Castro, short right center. Harper made the early call. No chance for Zimmerman to score, and the Nats are down to their final out. It will be Avila. Harrison will come out on deck because the pitcher's spot is next. And the Nats are having a rough night. They've had base runners. We mentioned they've already stranded 11 tonight. They are 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. So the night the Nats get a lot of opportunities, which we've been hoping for, not able to cash in. Avila with a walk and a strikeout, 0 for 1 career against Hector Neris.
Well, that's just a sign of the team that's pressing a little bit. Everybody wants to try to do their part and help the team. It's been a struggle for us to score runs as of late. So when you get those runners in scoring position, you try to do a little bit more as a hitter. And sometimes it's good for you to step back and just relax and just be patient and wait for your pitches.
Meanwhile, a rather shocking number by the Phillies. 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position. It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, Nick Marley just missed that call on that splitter. That was well off the plate.
Yeah, when a splitter pitcher is getting called strikes, that's a rough ride for any hitter. So Avila has to protect and hope something good happens here on 0-2.
Good hold.
One and 2. Shift on.
Well, Neris is definitely sticking with his best pitch tonight. You said 53% of the time. I'd argue right now it's approaching 70% this half inning.
That is a gut-wrenching loss. Phillies get 3 in the 10th after a tying homer in the 9th to beat the Nats. They've won the series. And now Patrick Corbin will be looking for a salvage operation tomorrow. Nats will strand their 12th runner of the night and fall to 13-19. John Lester deserved to win. Zach Wheeler pitched well. Schwarber made a great play. Nats Extra 12:30 on Thursday. Nats Extra coming up. So long for just a while.